that would be perfectly fine. If you don't like him and you don't want whatever he's attempting to do to succeed, then I'd say stand on that.
Except it's not true.
Okay. So if it's not true, then it's just it's probably if it's not true, then just like don't highlight the failure of or the perceived failure of a movement, because then what happens is you stunt any momentum that would have been gained.
Well, and I know for sure that I can say this, like on Char's case as well, that is not what we saw. Like there's no. Basically, she saw that there was no movement, so she started calling out not Charles. Nor has she ever called out Charles. I did, I guess, in a way, by addressing the whole showing proof of concept thing. Showing that what you want to do from A to B actually is successful to get investors, like they show you on Dragon's Den, again. But other than that, literally for the other 3 months or 2 months, however long, we literally constantly on our community tab and on her channel mentioning it. Never mentioned Charles at all. We've mentioned everyone else not supporting things they say that they care about. And we didn't see that as being, pointing out his failure. It wasn't about pointing out his failure. It was about pointing out the hypocrisy and the failure of the people in the space who say that they would support it if only it existed, and yet now it exists and they're not supporting him. And it's like, this is not just like anybody. It's Charles Faulkner, so someone that we know actually has the goods, and you're still not supporting it. Someone you know has actually done these things on a smaller scale personally, but now you're not supporting it. So it wasn't about criticizing really Charles at all. And Charles noticing this and bringing this up had nothing to do with, she brought it up, I think the first time I wasn't even there because I was dealing with the health shit. But she brought it up to see why didn't
Have you ever noticed these motherfuckers still didn't donate? Still talking shit.
It exists. Where's your support?
Still talking shit. Didn't donate.
When he first started addressing it, he did get a little bit of support initially, right? And I guess that would be from Char's watchers.
They don't know that how many people donated through super chats and cash apps.
Because, he's been addressing, in essence, this, which is, to me, a good thing.
So, do me a favor.
I don't actually even really
have do me a favor.
Any beef with him.
I want somebody to tell me, look up this company, right? I want you to look up and Google this company and ask me who owns it. Look up Black Lion Security Firm, LLC, on Google, please. And please tell me who owns it.
Everything that was about addressing Charles that night was me saying it. Charles said none of it. And then even when I was done...
Nah, fuck that. Charles guilty too. Charles guilty too.
That was it. So I don't think it was fair that he came after her at all in any way. But, I don't care if people came after me.
Y'all fucking guilty of this shit.
This is what it took for people to support, then that's cool. That's why I haven't really said much about it, and I haven't really looked. I don't care, because ultimately that was really the goal. As much as, maybe you
that wasn't no fucking goal.
We wanted to see Charles get that support. We wanted to see what Charles is doing.
But if I was a white boy, you wouldn't have shit to say, would you?
In a bunch of lives of young black men. Already made that difference.
You want to see proof?
Okay.
I bet you your bottom fucking dollar. I bet you my fucking bottom dollar. I'm going to show you proof. God knows it. God willing. I'm going to fucking tell you. Please look it up. Google it. Please Google who owns Black Lion Security Firm.
I heard.
LLC.
But I heard.
That's bullshit.
Just generally people brought it to my attention.
By the way, I want to ask you this question, right? Who owns the trademark to my brother, my champion, my savior? Who owns the trademark to officer of the goddamn law? Please Google it. Please Google it.
Because they would not let me move on without talking about this. Well, I'm just glad that you talked to Charles himself and nipped it in the bud.
There was a shit nipped in the bud.
Because he left. So.
Yeah. I didn't really talk to Charles so much as Charles talked, which is fine. Again, like I said, I don't have any beef. Like, I'm honestly not even mad. Even as he was talking, I was listening and I'm like, yo, I wonder how much flack he's really been getting. Like, are people coming for him or like?
No, nobody's coming for me but you, jackass.
Laughing him down and shit, and I'm like, yo, that's fucked up. Okay.
There's
so,
a lot of people who support me in many different ways.
Yeah, that's fucking upsetting that you could do that much, serve your community for that long, be such a good influence, and at the end of the day, now you're trying to start something.
Because you were talking some different shit before you knew I was up on that damn panel. You were talking some different shit, and I was listening in. I can do some Batman shit when I want to.
I'm just glad that you spoke about it. It's done. I guess we can leave it here.
Hopefully.
Unless you have Charles' email, maybe you guys can talk personally.
I'm live now. Talk now.
I don't know. And Alicia's asking for your channel.
For what?
Nope. Black Lion Security Firm, LLC. Black Lion Security Firm, LLC. Who owns it?
I've made content ever.
Google it and see who owns it. If I didn't have a legitimate business and just wanted to take your money, why the fuck would I just start with that little bit of money right there?
Yeah. So honestly, I haven't made my own content.
Not Black Lion Security LLC, Black Lion Security Firm LLC.
For a very long time, and honestly, I gotta say, like I said,
so
honestly,
if you can Google my name
this is gonna sound really fucked
and
up.
see that I own that company.
The only thing that bothers me about this scenario that I'm about to say is that people are saying shit about Shar that I don't think is fair and true. But other than that, to me, I'm like, this is what it took for people to start actually supporting.
But you know what's funny?
Then good, people are supporting. That's my final say on it.
Yeah, I think it was
See,
I think this is a good stream.
I'm gonna explain something.
We got it all out. People can stop asking me what's going on now because I really didn't know. But
I'm tired of listening to these broads, man. Because here's the crazy part about it. I was not gonna go live till I heard this shit. See, you want to talk about proof, right? You want to talk about proof. I could build so many motherfuckers. I'm gonna embarrass motherfuckers in this sector. I'm gonna embarrass motherfuckers in this sector. I'm gonna make a few phone calls this morning. I'm gonna make a few text messages. You do know there's a lot of people who I helped get into the military and police departments. I just got a 19-year-old to get his carry permit, his security clearance, and he's about to get his private detective license. See, I'm going to come over. I went over there for one reason and one reason only. Why you ain't donate? But y'all couldn't even say, hey, this is Charles Faulkner. We known him for X amount of years. Even if you don't have the money, because I don't pocket watch, everybody's going through a struggle. You don't talk about, I need to show proof. If Cerulean and I came up with the idea of the Gray Faulkner Initiative and been on these panels for fucking years, and you see that I actually created a company that I always wanted. I think it's fucking funny, right? That when when a little dating coach bitch took people for their fucking money, not a goddamn said. But when I try to give boys some training and education, I'm a motherfucker. I'm a son bitch. Then, yeah, that's why I'm so elated that I did that live stream when I went piece by piece by piece of what they said. Because somehow, some way, that shit would have came up missing. See, there's a difference when people say something versus when you actually let them know you're listening. Wait a minute. And for that bitch Alicia or whatever the fuck her name is in the chat over there, I'm gonna make sure I get the correct name. That bitch Aisha. I'm gonna say something to you, bitch. How the fuck do I want money when there's multiple times I've actually held panels and fundraisers to help brothers out? Really? That was Ruby. That was Sweet Melody. And I'm like this. If I was all about money, and I asked the subscribers, and thank you again for supporting my man, the Snowman, in his time of need, why would I be about money if I'm like, yo, don't donate to me, donate to him? Really? But see, all this fucking babble, all this fucking nonsense, like my dick, get my name out of your fucking mouth. Everybody wants you to show proof, show proof, show proof. Motherfuckers gave millions, if not billions, to politicians. Did you ask them to show proof? It's amazing how black people will support a white motherfucker who made the 3 strikes if you're out crime bill. Did you ask him about proof? What the fuck has he done for you? But y'all so gun-ho for fucking Biden, but the motherfucker locked up your fucking brothers and your fathers. You think the Asian community says that one motherfucker needs to show proof? Why do you think I'm thankful and I make sure I immediately thank people on my GoFundMe? I started my business with my savings. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you've seen the licenses I had to get. Go look up how much it cost for Maryland State Police to get a dual license for armed security and private detective. Go look up this shit. Go look up the shit. Everything I told you to ask in Google, did it say my name? Because I'm about to damn near go back on that son bitch and state my grievances some more. See, the problem is they're not used to people being about their shit. They're thinking this whole babbling shit, nobody listens. I'm getting tired that I gotta show proof when all you gotta do is fucking Google me. Well, we want to see the boys go through training. Okay. You do know a lot of it goes to the gas to get back and forth to training. A lot of it goes to the rounds that they need to shoot, including myself. A lot of it goes to the certifications and the applications we had to put with Maryland State Police. The training, shit. I paid for the training. You want to see the fucking invoice? You want to see the fucking invoice I paid out of pocket for that shit? All this bitch babble going on. Like, why don't you actually ask actual questions that matter? I didn't need people to start the business with a GoFundMe. I already did it. That's the sad part.
Something or whatever says 5 and they need like 8:30. So hopefully we'll be good.
8 or 9. Just guys keep an eye out. We'll probably have a great show tomorrow, as usual.
Here's the crazy part. Once again, this is how I know motherfuckers are phony. You ain't even attempt to fucking support with $1. I would thank a motherfucker for $2, $1, 50 cents, 30 pesos. At least you showed faith. At least you've been an honorable person. And I'm going to get about this thing, and I'm going to go twice as hard. Because I just now had to go on Facebook about 30 minutes ago and tell a bunch of broads, it's amazing how you can go support and say, hey, Taraji P. Henson and Mary J. Blige are living their best life. But Mark Anthony, at 53, you criticize him being engaged to a younger woman. And I said the hypocrisy is you looking at some old thoughts shaking their asses for men who the only way they're going to sleep with them if they pay them. But a man who said, I'm going to take this young woman and make an honest woman out of her, you want to talk shit. I swear to God, y'all proving me right every time. You fucking modern women have no integrity. You have no integrity. No code of ethics, no code of honor, none of that shit.
So,
What are you making?
I am.
This shit is stupid. No code of ethics, no code of honor, no nothing. You don't show support, and this is the dirty part about it. It's not like Char Willie and Classic Ruby didn't know me for years. I didn't ask your advice. Oh, you need to show proof. Fuck, I need to show proof. We got enough people in the black manosphere that whoever wants to support my efforts will support my efforts. Whoever doesn't, you prove who the fuck you are. You don't fight with the army you want. You fight with the army you got. The hell I look like getting advice about how to run a fucking security fucking firm or a paramilitary organization from a civilian? The fuck? Really? Where is that done? Where is that done? Tell me on what planet is that done? And I'm waiting for any crony to come over here talking shit. Because I'm up, motherfuckers. I'm up. Had a nice conversation with my son while he's playing Miles Morales Spider-Man. Took me a nap. I'm up, you sons of bitches. Any detractor who wants to question me and my efforts, come on up. Let me know if you want the link, detractors. Let me know you want that motherfucking link. Because you know what really pissed me completely off? All the brothers and sisters who send cash apps, who send super chats, who donate to the GoFundMe. One brother blessed me with a $100 cash app that I put right into the gas tank to get back and forth from classes. Get back and forth taking my son to his bridge classes as well for the medical training. And I thank you for that shit. I don't give a fuck if somebody give me $1. I'm thankful. I've invested into so many people. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you how bad I am. You see this symbol here? Even that symbol's trademark. That's officially trademarked. To the design and everything. That's mine. I can put it on t-shirts and sell the motherfucker. It's mine. I can make patches out of it. Even that phrase, in that square, is trademarked. But yet, you see that I told you, just like I went on Sweet Melanie's channel and said, this is the reason why black men have no allies. This is the reason why black men have no allies. I'm getting mighty tired motherfuckers criticizing a greater person than themselves. People who've accomplished shit. Not armchair shit. It's getting pretty fucking old, man. Getting pretty fucking old.
Away from Sunday, I'm a horrible person. That's all I can do. All I can do is tell you what I said, and why I said it, what I actually meant, I can hear how it was taken. I can acknowledge why it was taken that way. Like it didn't occur to me until GC said it, that just acknowledging that it's not being supported is like pointing out the failure and then like making it like a you deserve to fail. I swear on my life, never would have occurred to me. Like
that's just another way of looking at it, and I didn't think of it that way either until he said it. So yeah, maybe that's what he was upset about, because you pointed out the failures, you know. But
I'm like, I just don't think it's his failure though, right? Like,
how the fuck did I fail?
Amazing YouTube channel, amazing quality and production, and the topics and the research and everything, right? But then they just don't get the support. It's like, to me, that's not them failing at YouTube or them failing at, you know, video creation. It just comes down to, hey, unfortunately, the way things are, people have the attention span of goldfish. They need the drama, they need the this, they need the that. I mean, it's something Shar's even talking about. She's going to leave YouTube because it's like, without, you know, being in the drama sphere, without wanting the beef and the yelling and screaming and arguing and all of that, it's very hard to get support.
How the fuck did I fail?
Have normal conversations, just be balanced and be this, and, you know?
But yeah, Charles Faulkner, I don't think you failed. I don't think Ruby thinks you failed. Can you do me a favor, Charles? Can you come back up here, because you left and Ruby just wanted to explain herself to you?
Yeah, no, I don't think you failed at all. I just think Game Changer said, right, that it might have been perceived, right, that because we pointed out that people weren't supporting your GoFundMe, that it was like we're trying to point out that you were failing at it or something, which wasn't at all Shar's intention nor mine. But for sure, Shar's intention,
y'all hearing this,
really,
right,
was to call out people for not supporting. And you can look at Shar's community tab, or listen to every other stream, or even really just listen to what she said. And she's not calling you out or saying anything about you. She's saying that people, the other people, they should be supporting. They say that they care. You finally have a good option to support. Why aren't you supporting it? So it wasn't about at all in any way, shape, or form. That's why I'm like, I still can't find ire, like, other than the fact that I think it's like, again, Shar shouldn't have been in this, and I think it's really unfair how she was spoken about and whatever, and how people are speaking about her, because she was trying to do a good thing, right? And I was trying to do a good thing too, but
when
I feel it's more okay.
When guys like Jay Sean drop $500 just off the strength for me,
at all.
And I talked to him and called him.
And she sounds sincere about it, Charles. So if you can, hit the link and just let her explain to you, and you guys talk it out. Because
I'm live. If she wants to talk it out, she could come here. I'm live. If she wants to talk it out, she could come here. What I'm getting tired of is that a bunch of people who really weren't supportive going to use my shit to try to embarrass other people. You don't know what everybody's going through with their pockets. There's people who literally said, hey, the next day when Snowman was asking for help because, you know, he's going through some financial hardship. There's people who didn't get paid till the next day who asked me, what's the Snowman's PayPal? What's the Snowman's Cash App? Boom, donated. Not everybody. Do you know how rare it is for six-figure niggas? You know that? You know that? You don't know who in the hell is going through some shit. Because, one, all you had to say, hey, this is Officer Faulkner. We've known him for years in the manosphere. I think he's doing some great stuff. If you feel inclined, please donate. Nobody would have took it, no harm, no foul. That other shit they were talking, yeah. 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 You want to know where everybody always asks, you want to know where the money's going? You want to know where the money's going? I'll bet you one thing. I'll show you. I'll fucking show you this week where the money's going. Because I'll show you the fucking invoice I paid out of my own damn pocket for all this fucking nationally recognized training from the fucking NRA. You tell her if she wants to talk, you come over here. I've said what I said over there. You want to talk and you want to be sincere, I'll mute up and let you speak. Have you ever noticed everything I told you? Go look up. Somebody Google how much a dual license for security and private detective is. You do know that my business was already founded way before the GoFundMe. Y'all do know that, right? Way before. Do I need to show the invoice of what I pay out of pocket? Oh, my CPA is a bad motherfucker. Do I need to show you how much I pay for ammo and supplies out of my own money? Hell, Blurcon, I paid for my son, myself, and my son's best friend because they both graduated the 8th grade and gave them that trip out there to do them. I didn't take anybody's fucking money for that. I think it's incredible. I think it's fucking incredible.
Like, you know, little opinion based on, like, a fact of, you know, getting financial support in the business world. Like, that's all I really did. And I brought up, you know, real world example that you can see evidence of this a lot, you know, and it was just like, wow, where it got connected to, like, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was not thinking about people who were like, yo, black man, how dare you think? Like, I wasn't going there at all. I swear to God, Melody, I wasn't. Like,
I believe you. I just want to come from Charles Faulkner, because I do believe you. And I'm the same way. Sometimes as women, I don't say as women, but sometimes we don't think about what we're saying. Like, we mean one thing, but it can come out another thing, and it can really hurt somebody's feelings.
Really?
And I really do believe that you are talking for. You apologize for the way he speaks. Like, you didn't mean that. So,
Ruby stayed hurt on people's feelings. That's what Ruby does.
I know, and I apologized earlier, and I admitted it, and I said, you know, there was a day I was in a particularly foul mood. Everything was going wrong. The person I'm mad at, like, there's no recompense. There's nothing I can do about it, and whatever. And I took it out on Mel because I wanted that. I wanted that beat. I wanted that. Like, I fucked up. I was dead ass wrong for the way I did things, because even though it was absolutely true that it's like, hey, as hosts, and when I'm co-hosting, I'm a host too, you know, gotta let me get my words out and whatever. But no, I weaponized that, because I got them all stirred up and then weaponized it, and I was wrong, and I apologize, you know. I don't know if he listened, but I didn't say it. Mm-hmm.
Ruby, why everybody be calling you fake? Like, you say you double-sided, you be with the hoes, and you be with the niggas. Like, everybody be saying you fake, like, you phony. What's that about?
I'm not trying to be an apologist to you, Anthony. Okay, so, well, basically, you missed a lot. Like, even Charles Faulkner came up on the actual stream. Like, you missed a lot.
Mr. Charles?
Yeah, Charles was here and then he left, but like he said what he had to say and then he left.
But I just want to know why everybody keeps coming on here and they say you're a snake. They say you're a snake, double-sided. What's that about?
Because they took what Melody played earlier, which is like what I said versus what they felt I meant by what I said, which is two different things.
Everybody's feeling the same thing, Ruby. What's going on?
Well, everyone's feeling what Charles Faulkner said on his stream because Charles Faulkner took it that way. And then everyone listening was like, yo, what the hell? And Charles Faulkner knows these chicks from time. Okay, he must be right. You know, so this is what they've been doing? Okay, yeah. The shit
You and Char been on some weird shit for a couple of months to a couple of years now.
Like for 3
Y'all
months,
were on some wild shit.
She was calling out the manosphere. She was calling out the people who are supposed to be supporting and saying, y'all say
the
that
people
you have money,
who were supporting supported.
money where your mouth is and support this. Why isn't there any movement?
The people who supported supported.
And she called it out in her community tab. She called it out at the start of every show for months. And then this one show, the last one, the one in contention, right, says basically the same thing. But then I addressed the fact that, you know, basically there are, first of all, just a major problem within our, let's say, Black YouTube community in general, where people like to support bullshit. They like to support foolishness, right? So it's very easy to sell them all of the wrong shit, basically. And it's very difficult to sell them the right stuff. And so I mentioned that. And I also mentioned the fact that basically, you know, proof of concept, as in, and Dragon's Den, the Shark Tank, you know, whatever, because I don't know if y'all know Dragon's Den, but Shark Tank is the American version. But basically, you could have the greatest idea, you could have, you know, everything, but at the end of the day, you can't prove that you could sell this to people, right, and that it works, then investors aren't going to be willing to invest until
a president put his name on a university that fell through. Did you challenge that shit?
So that's basically what I brought up, but
only black men gotta always prove shit. If I was a black female doing the same shit for black girls, they wouldn't do it. There wouldn't be no question. It'd be dumped in it.
Black women say about black men and black business.
Ruby.
You know what? I didn't even think about it that way. So like when people
we know you don't think, Ruby.
The problem was I didn't know, and so now I get it. I see what they were saying. Like I see where they were going. Like I see how they made that logical leap, even though I didn't say it. I see where. No,
don't do that bullshit.
Where they were going with it because everything Charles or J-Lock, everything everyone was saying. I'm like, I've heard women say that. I've heard people say that. Like I've heard people say all of this shit. So I'm like, okay, this is what they were connecting it to. They felt
but
like
if you heard other people say this shit, why the fuck would you say it?
And it's like, that's not what I was saying at all.
God damn, Ruby. You stepped in it, huh?
I did.
God damn.
I did.
You said some shit that you knew could be misconstrued, and you said this shit anyway.
No, I didn't think it was
Ruby.
No, I didn't think it would be. You know why?
Yes, you did.
I did.
Never allow a fool to never interrupt a fool making a mistake, man.
I've known Charles for like several years, so he knows what I think. But more importantly, he's known Shark for even longer. First of all, right? He's been on Shark's panel before. And
that's why it was shocking.
I was referring back to the exact conversation I already had with Charles. So because he's had this debate with me, I figured. I didn't think he would take it that way. I honestly did. If I had had
who the fuck think you? I wouldn't take it that way.
I swear to God, I wouldn't have said it because that was not my goal. It wasn't at all. I swear.
So you're not throwing rocks and hiding your hand right now, right? You're not taking shots, right?
No.
You're not being shady. No.
The calling us big and niggas part of it was us being shady, throwing rocks and hiding our hands in a way, right? Because we're calling people out. We're calling out people that we know 5 years ago were broke, but today have 6 figures, but they don't support nothing. That's really what it was.
Ruby, this is more than one incident, Ruby. This is more than one incident.
What's the second incident?
There's other people that have said that you You be two-faced. You two-faced. There's other people that said it. I don't know, Ruby.
Kenshawn said it for the same panel.
She's more. If she was any more two-faced, she'd be in. If she was even more two-faced, she'd be fighting Batman right now. Okay.
And look and see if he's correct. Because other than Kenshawn saying about Shar's panel, or Charles taking issue with what we said at the beginning of Shar's panel, what else? What else?
Man, I'm just saying, I'm hearing things, and I listen to you. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But me listening to you right now, the way you sound like you filibustering the question. You sound like you backtracking. You sound like you over-explaining. That's signs of a guilty person, Ruby.
Well, because I'm trying to explain to you a whole panel. I'm trying to explain everything that you missed over 2 hours.
You don't need to. You know why?
Because you missed it.
No, you know, all you gotta do is say like a couple things, and that's that. Like that's like somebody like saying, well, if somebody accuse somebody of being homosexual, all they gotta say is, I'm not homosexual. That's it. There's no real need for an explanation. You over here, you over-explaining and shit. I don't know, Ruby. Your conscience is bothering you now. That's what it sounds like.
No, actually, no. You know what? And I've already said this as well, because you've missed everything up until now. But I said, no, I actually do. I feel really bad that that's how he heard it. That's how other people perceived it. That anyone was taking it. Like when Game Changer said that people could take it like we were bringing up the fact that the GoFundMe wasn't being supported, like we were calling Charles a failure. And it's like, I feel really bad about that, because actually
what the fuck you think you said?
Charles, and it went horribly wrong. So I actually feel
horribly
really bad,
wrong,
to be honest with you, because that's not at all what my intention was.
Pause. How is it that when anybody needs something or some type of support, I give them the support? Say less. That's the term. That's the reason why we say in the black community, say less. But how is it that they go into this whole filibuster, they go into this soliloquy about what the fuck I've been doing? Well, he needs to show. Why if you really wanted to support, why the fuck would you have to say that shit? A black man always got to prove himself, but a white boy could get away scot-free. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing.
Like whatsoever impact
on what you gotta do, but
there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do, though, right? What can I do? There's literally nothing I could do.
And I got 100 things you could do.
Because everything I said, there you go. Right? No. Everything I said, we played back the tape. It's exactly what I said. Right, but it's not about what I said. It's about the perceived intention or the perceived thought about what I meant. There's nothing I can do about that. You know?
Yes, yeah. You know what?
See, here's the one thing you gotta understand. In life, when you're trying to put forth some goals, you're gonna have some people talking the maddest shit. And then when you catch them on it, and that's the reason why I played that video, because you wouldn't have believed me unless I played it. Why would I get advice from people who don't know anything about paramilitary endeavors, such as police, military, and security firms?
People gonna choose to fuck with you like you do a person.
Are you trying to say you're not?
I'm trying to say it's relative to whoever you're talking to. So you can. Some people gonna say he ain't this, he ain't that. Some people gonna say Ruby, you ain't this, you ain't that. But it's relative to who's talking. So Melody, you know, granted, like there's a lot of people that don't like Melody because of her positions on a lot of the sexist, you know, bullshit going on. They'll call her all kind of names. So it really is relative. So that's what Melody.
I know, I'm special. Both sides hate me, so. It's true. Women hate white guys. Like most of the names that are used for women insults, I learned because someone did a
shout out to F Holiday for the Cash App support. Always faithful, F Holiday.
I never heard those words until they were used at me. So County.
Yeah, I've been called all types of names. Yeah.
Mammy, male identified.
Yeah.
See, this is funny, right? How can I perceive something if you said it? If I say, Mel, fuck you, you're going to perceive that I said, fuck you. If you're telling me I need to prove myself for you to support, I'm going to be like, what the fucking hell? Serena and myself came out with a goddamn initiative. Prove myself. All you got to do is Google my fucking company. Google the shit that I have trademarked. If she wants to talk to me, let her know I'm live. She could come to my panel and talk to me. And this is how I know people are real suspect, right? What was the date I brought up that Char Willie stuff? Her and Char Willie? What was the date I did the video on that? Three weeks ago. 3 fucking weeks ago, you could have came and explained your story, apologized, whatever, on my channel. I had 1, 2, 3. How many live streams? How many? How many live streams? See, this is the reason why I keep saying this issue with integrity. This is the reason why shit gets fucked up. You didn't even try to make shit right. Not in any honest way. How is it I have to go to your platform for you to be apologetic? I think that's a little messed up. I got to go to your joint when you're the one who insulted my shit. Do you know on my iPad right now how much paperwork I got from people? For their training, for their diligence, even for special police officer, right? I want you to realize this. How much do I actually get back? But then you insult the people who were kind enough to donate. That's another type of love. That's another type of love. That is another type of love. I keep telling y'all, There are no allies. If people want to be supportive, hey, this is Charles Faulkner. We known him in the manosphere for years. Good brother. Blah, blah, blah. You could have got it there. See, one thing about it, if she really want to be apologetic, bring your ass here. Bring your ass here.
Yeah.
Well,
because you asked.
No. You don't mix my point up. All I'm saying is, if you believe in the majority of what the manosphere say, the overwhelming majority, you don't have to bring up the fact that there's a few things that I don't agree with. You don't have to bring that shit up. We all get that.
But you asked why it is, right, that I have drawn ire from both sides. Did you not?
I didn't. Listen. The fact that you're trying to pinpoint small little contentions, which is causing strife, by the way. That's why I guess you're getting the shades you're getting, because you're trying to pick apart small little arguments that you disagree with the manosphere for no reason. It's just causing strife.
No, it's
and now you're labeled as this. No, but damn. Now you're labeled as this, double-sided person. You're labeled. Why do that? Why put yourself in that position if you agree with most of what the men say?
So what I should do when I do disagree is lie about it.
You should just omit. Lie. Don't lie. Omit. And I heard that you're going over to other channels taking with the ops. I don't know about that. But
Star Willie is an op? Hey, and by all means, again, you can go to Char's channel. You can look at her history.
I just heard.
That's what you heard. You heard I've been on Char's channel, and I have. I support every Friday. Yeah.
A little birdie.
Yeah. I've been on Star Willie's channel every Friday for the last 3 years, and before that, for like 3-4 years on BGS More for Women.
I'm just trying to clean up your image. Really, I'm like, for me, you're cool with me, but. I'm just saying this shit is causing a whole lot of drama for no reason. Like, all you have to do is just, walk a finer line, I guess. I don't know, but it's causing a lot of bullshit, unnecessary bullshit that we just don't need. Like, right. Period. You get what I'm saying?
I totally. Yo.
It's good, man.
It's amazing that. It's amazing when you don't see. This is the thing I learned. When you accost somebody, they shouldn't have to come over to a channel to apologize.
No, it's come to you. Oh, you apologize to me? You come to me. You find me out. I ain't coming to you for apology. It's backwards.
No, 3 weeks, almost damn near a month. You could have got it out.
Mel.
What's up?
Mel, you crackling.
Barely can't hear you.
You crackling.
You crackling. Man. Charles, I was trying to put it together. I was trying to hold her down, man. Before you get there, I had a feeling, man. I was holding that shit down. I don't know if you saw earlier. Yeah, man, I was holding that shit down. I was questioning her ass about that shit. And everybody was like, show proof. I said, I got the video. I was like, this man is trying to help people, man. Oh, you over here bastardize, bash this man like company and shit like that, his business and shit like that. She was like, well, he had to show proof. I said, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, do you go to the gym or get a personal trainer and tell them that he gotta show proof of evidence when he's body built and chiseled and shit like that?
You know what a personal
The
trainer
fuck?
is? Their body.
Right.
If I come to me and say, "Hey, I want to get bigger and stronger," and I tell you, "Hold up, I put 315 on the bar and I lift it for reps. Then I put 405 on the bar, lift it for reps." Does that make you a believer? I want you to think about this. If you look up Black Lion Security Firm LLC, who owns it?
You.
And it's easy to find information who owns the business, right?
Yeah, because you're in Baltimore, right? Is it
Yeah.
Baltimore? Yeah.
So this is my shit, right? If I actually put together the business and established it way before a GoFundMe, isn't that proof?
Yes,
Exactly.
that is proof. And I was trying to tell her that.
Same way when I explained,
I-
the same way when I tried to explain to her and everything. And the fact that I even had the video when you was breaking it down, when them two damn heifer hens was still freaking trying to criticize you and shit like that. That's what got me upset. That's what.
I told you stay.
Hold it. That's what got me. That's what got me upset with Melanie and everything, because you know we having a debate. I brought my evidence. What the fuck you gotta ask her for permission to play video evidence if she says she's trying to prove a story? If I got evidence to show it, the fuck what's up with that shit, man?
First of all,
I fucking left. What type of shit was that?
First of all, I'm gonna tell you something that really, really bugs me, right? You're talking about what I need to do. Motherfucker, it's already been done.
Exactly.
Right. And also, Charles, I want to ask you a question. It's also a private class, right? It's a private class, right?
Yeah.
For people that know. Right. I told her, why would he show a private class to his clients? It's private. Same thing with Kevin saying with consultation. It's private.
To Dr. Neil. Shout out to the good Dr. Ronald Neal. Woo! Just supporting my brother. Woo! Do you know right now, and I'm going to ask permission from the young Padawan, and I'm going to ask the permission of my boy Dern, because we're going to blot out their addresses and show you the permits that I helped them get. We're working on the 19-year-old Padawans. He already has a security clearance. He has his permit to carry. And within a month or so, he's going to get his private detective license. And in the state of Maryland, you can do executive protection. You can do investigations. You can go for fugitive. You can go from fugitives of justice and track them down and detain them. You can deliver court documentation for law firms and for the courts. Think about that. How many guys at 19 will have those abilities? How many? I'm a wait. How many motherfuckers who said this in this black manosphere could say that?
Nobody, honestly.
Truth. I'm so tempted to show you motherfuckers the invoice for all the training I'm going through now. I want you to guess how much I had to put up for training.
I can imagine.
It's a lot of money.
I want you to guess. See,
2K?
More. I think it's more, dude. I think it's like around probably like 50.
About 4.
4K.
4.5. Out of my pocket. Almost 5. Well, actually, shit. Damn near 5 if you count some of the other shit I've done. But yet, I'm not even Umar Johnsoning you motherfuckers.
I just told them that in the stream. I said, he's not even Umar Johnson. He's far from it. He was like, I know, but he has to show proof. I said, for what? For what? I was like, I said, why don't you go up there and see what he's doing?
I'm giving you all. I'm giving you all proof. Google my shit. Google my shit.
And Charles, by the way, this is special. This is like special training, right? Special force training, right? Stu, right?
I've done. Put it to you this way. I basically put myself and a Padawan through the special police training. I said, hell, might as well do it. The certification is good for 5 years. If something happens, boom, I got an automatic fucking starting $65,000 a year job.
Right. And I was like, this is like basically almost like special training. Like wow, and it's like whoever like want to go, especially it's like private owned, dude. Like what the fuck?
I've already qualified for a range safety officer. I just passed a basic pistol. Just passed the pistol instructor. This week I'm going for CCW. Then after that, going for CCW instructor, concealed carry and wear. Then I'm gonna have, excuse me. Then I'm gonna have basic rifle instructor. Then I'm gonna have basic shotgun instructor, CQB instructor, in the home defense instructor, out the home defense instructor, defensive pistol instructor.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Charles. Calvin Rogers is waiting in the back for you.
Yeah, he just popped up.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, how you doing, Calvin?
Let me say my little part, Charles. You know you wrong. Why do you have the sisterhood so upset at you?
I'm trying to figure that shit out myself.
Shame on you, Charles.
I'm just a little confused by a lot of shit, man. I haven't done shit. I haven't even talked about Classic Ruby or Char Willie for a long time. And all of a sudden, I get my shit put up there and people making complaints about it, but not putting up any money, not putting up any real connections.
Yeah.
It's funny, right? Because people want to show proof. Did y'all ask the preacher man in the church for proof?
No, they just getting money.
Hell no.
Did y'all ask any of these school fundraisers for proof?
Nope.
How the fuck do your kids in high school doing the senior dues, they get their fucking prom in a fucking cafeteria? I swear to God, if they say that to my son when he comes a senior, I'm going to raise Steve Austin levels of hell. I'm going to raise so hell that Satan himself going to be like, yo, chill out, Charles. You got to understand something. The funniest part about this shit is I've invited her. I told her in the chat, I'm going live. You want to speak to me? You come over here. You come over here.
She was gonna get you didn't have to give her smoke. I think there's 4 brothers up here would have gave her more hell than Satan would have done on Easter Sunday.
Oh no, I would have put everybody in the back chat and would have demanded.
No. You said about let the man know, man. Yeah, like, no smoke, no nothing.
Because I think it's funny, right? A lot of people try to come at me like I'm a soft target. Even Cynthia G had to learn. That motherfucker ain't soft at all.
Best lessons I learned from Kevin Samuels is sometimes you gotta sit back and let him talk enough, and they expose himself more and more.
The more.
Sometimes
Dude, she was doing that over there when you left, Mel. She was telling on herself a lot, and they was like, yeah. Like I said, they was like, J-Lock got some proof, and they was like, show the video. Everybody was like, show the video, and then we showed the video, and she was just fucking beatboxing. So I was questioning her ass.
Why do you think I took their video and went back to back, line for line, and talked about what they said?
That's the video I was trying to tell Melanie to play and everything, and she didn't want to play it. She was like, I had to ask Ruby about co-host. I'm like, what?
If I never played that video, I would have been. People would have looked at me like I didn't have proof or I'm crazy. I didn't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Exactly.
But see, I'm tired of these fucking goony bird ass people. What's up, Jay Sean? Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang.
My man, Jay Sean.
Speaking of Jay Sean, you know, we got to play this for Jay Sean for his ever-growing support, man. We got to salute that brother. Because you want to talk about a real stand-up brother, I got to give Jay Sean his flowers right now. Hold on for a minute, folks. Woo! You know, I have to say this about a guy like Jay Sean, just like I have to say about a guy like F. Holiday. I never had that before my streams even come out. F. Holiday donating $5, $10, and I appreciate that shit. And long ago, Savage in the chat before I even started the show. AL, Mel, Daniel, Jay Sean. When I told him about my GoFundMe, he didn't even hesitate. Not even trying to put his business. He just sent $500. That's a stand-up brother right there.
Mm-hmm.
He just sent it.
That's what they don't like.
You know, you got Namer, who I could tell, guess what? Been there. You know, supportive motherfuckers. You got the good Dr. Neil who just dropped 20 bones. But yet, you didn't insult me. You insulted the people who supported me, who believe in me. Some of this shit has to be spent on gas. Do you know the classes I'm taking? A lot of you want to know proof. A lot of you want to know fucking proof. Do you know the classes I'm taking for this instructor school is an hour and 5 minutes away from where the fuck I stay?
Mm.
You still paying $5 a gallon on the East Coast, ain't you?
Well, it got down to like 4 something. If you're lucky. Okay. Sometimes lesser if you find a station that has it lesser.
Yeah, it's for 11 over here in Chicago, Illinois. Area.
So you telling me? So you goddamn telling me? Well, where's the proof? Sometimes the proof is in the transportation. The proof.
Excuse me, Charles.
What's good? What's good, man?
Hey, what's good, Mel? How you living?
Chilling.
Yeah. Hey, Charles. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right, let me put it this way. When they ask you questions about where's the proof, just direct him to CPA. And if he's not there, send him to me because I have to be the backup. And I would just tell them, you can go fuck yourselves. Or like Shaggy one song, go fuck yourselves, because what you asking is confidential information.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, Namer. If I was a white guy, would I be asked to show proof?
No.
Hell no.
If I was
Hell no.
Would I have to show proof?
Absolutely not. And understand it. And my choice is profanity for this.
Of course you would. Only
Why
in front of a
why
judge.
I
How
have
I feel about this, man. It's like when Trump called out Obama. Obama had to prove his birth certificate to him and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
You know what? You know what, Mo?
y'all be
Robin
like
Williams
that,
had the
right?
best answer to that, Will Smith. Hold on. Robin Williams had the best answer to that. He said, since Obama showed his birth certificate, I think Trump should come clean about his hairline,
Exactly.
which he
I
never did.
I told a lot of people this, right?
The late Robin Williams said that in an interview. God rest his soul.
I've said this to a lot of people, right? And they will, and the next motherfucker that says, "Where's your proof?" My proof's a fucking DD-214.
Oh, not
My
that.
proof, my fucking my graduation diploma from the police academy. My proof is my fucking proof that I had over 354 missions in the first 6 months of my 18-month tour. Like I said over there at Sweet Melody's channel, what fucking consequence are you to me?
Hence,
Where the
you
fuck?
got nothing to prove to them.
Where the fuck were you when I was kicking in doors in Taji, Iraq? When I was rescuing Marines in Fallujah? Who the fuck are you?
Well, let's see. I was back home doing my national service. That's what I was doing.
Where the fuck are these people who never been in any type of service, who've been sucking the country dry and never putting back what the fuck they got, to tell me I need to prove my motherfucking self? When some white boy when some goddamn white boy could go on television and get a sham wow and you'll make him a millionaire over fucking night over some stupid shit.
Woo!
What's up?
People don't get tired, man.
Here's the fucking part. Here's the funky ass part. And I know a lot of people was like, didn't even expect me to come up on that damn panel. And I know Ray Hammer was in the chat for that shit.
Who?
And salute to everybody that called her shit out on her bullshit.
Yeah.
Because first and foremost, I'm gonna be pissed because you trying to say I'm pocketing the money. Do you know what the young Padawan had to do? He works overnight at Morgan State for security while we were going 2 weeks for special police training, right? I had to pick him up from Morgan and go straight to the training, and that was like a 35-minute ride. So he didn't even get sleep. And I said, if you want this, you gotta come. You know what he did? He manned the fuck up and didn't make an excuse and didn't even miss a day.
Charles, this is the same man here when other panels ago when he said, if it wasn't for you, I'll probably be still running the streets, right? That's the same young panel one you're talking about?
Yep.
There's the proof right there. Oh,
my son, you know my son's uniform for fucking for his military academy, for his high school? Scrubs. He's going to the EMT program.
Charles, that's what happens when a young man gets behind a strong black man and leadership is shown to his face and his heart. He will do whatever. He'll break the walls down to get that great leadership. And black women don't understand that.
You know, that's facts. That's fucking facts. You know what's funny? It's amazing how, if you believe in a black boy just a little bit, how much he can overcome. But you know, we have an issue of shitting on people, just straight defecating on them. I mean, motherfuckers in this space have been dropping shit like birds. Okay? But we're going to talk about, there's conversations I have with Pookie and other young men offline. And one of the biggest people who be in Pookie's ass, hey, you better than this, you got to do this. Until Pookie said, you know what? I got to figure out how to make my content better. And he's getting it.
Mm-hmm.
The craziness about this shit is you had 3 fucking weeks to talk it out. Even if I have something wrong, just like earlier from my earlier stream, I was like, you know what? I stand corrected. Thank you for correcting me. What's so hard about that? Guilt, shame, a fucking need to be right. And who wanted to get next?
I wouldn't say gone too soon. Patrice O'Neal left when he was supposed to leave. But at least he left a lot. He left people with lots of gems and jewels and treasure troves and knowledge. Like this whole thing about if I'm wrong, make me see different. And if you ever make me see different, I apologize because you made me see different. Because he was not above admitting when he was wrong, accepting the facts of what is.
She always answers right along with the answer from wrong. I'm like, yo, you really dragging this out. I mean, you're not really a.
Hold on. Did you just hear? Hold on. Listen to what this bitch Aisha said. She said, "This is the reason why I don't give a fuck when you niggas get shot in the street."
When some of y'all motherfuckers get shot down in the street. You sided with this bitch, Ruby? You sided with this bitch, Ruby? No, my name is not this. My name is Lisa. My name is Alicia. You a dumbass. Shut up, bro. You a dumbass. You know what? You don't give a fuck. It's okay. Shut the fuck up. No, I'm not. But it's all right, and I don't have to do anything.
She just said the reason why I don't give a fuck about y'all getting shot up.
All I hear is hyenas, man.
That's exactly what I am. And what I am.
All I hear is hyenas, man.
Exactly.
Do you? Bet you one of the bitches Nick Cannon fucked and your pussy stink, bitch. I bet you one of them. You spend a lot of time on the internet.
I was listening to a stream earlier today, and this reverend said the reason why he don't talk or debate with women is for 3 reasons. One, they don't like the truth. They don't like facts and statistics. Because when you bring them, they have no answer but one thing: my feelings.
Here it
and
is,
your
man.
feelings don't trump the truth.
Here it is, man. You get a lot of these dizzy ass broads. All you're gonna get is a bunch of hypocrisy. You're gonna get a bunch of hypocrisy. Oh, why do you hate women? Like I told you earlier about my stream. I think it's something weird about 51-year-old women unmarried who's old enough to be grandmothers trying to live their best life. You know, guess what? Do you, honey? But don't think, oh, well, they got money. That's their always go back excuse. They got money. All the money in the world, and you can't buy a husband. See, we can buy wives because we're human doings. Okay? All you need, there's times men have to just show up.
Yeah.
All that money, and Taraji P. Henson looked like something when she was younger. But you spent all that time with all these A-listers and B-listers and you couldn't snag one up? That shows how much of a fucking loser you are.
Yep.
Man, that girl looked like a worn out squirrel.
If you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll see all the fuck. Why do y'all hate black women? But when I showed the shit about Mark Anthony, well, why you old niggas trying to chase these young women? Because we know they look like that. What is
First of all, isn't Mark Anthony Puerto Rican?
Exactly. Yeah. But here's the problem. When I call bitches out on their hypocrisy, why is it that you couldn't be happy that Mark Anthony said, I'm going to make an honest woman out of somebody, but you will defend a fucking 51-year-old women trying to live their best life and twerking with some loose booty? But guess what? Have all the parties you want. Have all the parties you want.
You know what it is, Charles? Charles, I just realized something.
the fact that those two women have pussy lips that look like bed sheets?
Ooh, damn.
No.
Oh,
But then
shit.
again, that would be like comparing the center. What I realized is Mark Anthony. A lot of people, when they think about Mark Anthony, they think about a certain female. The fact that he's with a younger woman now means he's proven that he's moved on. He's better than her. She can have all the success she wants, but and Mel, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, and she moved on. What the hell? She be married. One of
Hell,
those.
you know what, Mel? Jamie Foxx said it the best about her, because going back to what's her face is back to when he and what's her face were part of Living Color, and she was one of the fly girls. You know, before the J-Lo, he was like, "Hey ho." I'm serious. He was serious. He said, "Look, before the J-Lo, it was hey ho. I saw you. It was hey ho. That's all."
It's kind of
only time you had some bullshit with her is with Puffy.
See, it was all with that situation. I think Kevin even alluded this also too, and stuff, and everything. When her and Ben got together and everything, they was not going to have kids with each other. They wanted kids with their interspectral race and stuff like that. She wanted kids with a Latino man. He wanted kids with a white woman. I mean, Ben's a Boston white boy. She's a Latina from New York, from the Bronx. Now they had their separate kids and everything, and she's of age also too, in her 50s. She's like him. It's like, yo, she don't want no kids no more. She went back to the ex. I mean, it's bound to happen.
Young black women my age and probably close to Charles, they're mad because men are not wanting that old, wore out 25-year-old ran through the motherfucking ditch. Broke. The Rooster roller coaster is broke.
Mm-hmm.
The shit is dried up.
Nobody's
it
trying.
It smells like 5-day-old oatmeal. But you want me to still eat it?
See, back in the day, a 50-something-year-old man wouldn't marry a 50-year-old woman if she had her shit together, if she was cooperative, if she was nice, if she was a goddamn wife. Mm-hmm. But now you can't even get a fucking tuna fish sandwich out of a bitch and a thank you.
Shit, big girls back in the 90s and 80s was able to get dudes because it was jolly and humble.
Yeah.
They need to learn from Gabrielle Sidibe right now. Because, you know what I'm saying?
And now they want you to do for them while they treat you like shit.
Exactly. Remember I played that video a year ago when it was the 300+ pound chick.
Black woman.
The 300+ pound chick who said, if a man proves to me, I'll consider losing the weight. You don't even really? Yeah. Really? Yet. But yet, I even texted that chat. I'm waiting.
No, she must have been at that pool party.
Oh no, that's the pool party.
Y'all seen so many times I went live and had one-on-ones with women. And it's funny, and I'm gonna have to get that one video just so I can present it, just for a presentation when I had a one-on-one with that one chick. And it's funny, right? How the fuck is it that you gonna challenge a black man who you already see doing shit? Y'all see this motherfucker here? That's my shit. That's my shit. How many of these so-called dating experts stole black women's money and actually went to jail for it?
None.
There was one chick when she was supposed to get a Getaway or whatever the fuck Summit and stole the damn money and they fucking locked her up for that shit.
That's the one out in California.
Yeah.
That was homeless for a while, living out of her car. I can't remember her name.
But guess what? If you want to ask, I'm going to say this again for any detractors. If you think I'm trying to get some money, I put out way more money than what people gave. This is the thing about manhood. You know the first lesson you learn about manhood? It's not about strength. It's not about honorable. It's about sacrifice. It's about honor. It's about having some goddamn integrity. Why turn your fucking back on somebody who's supposed to have yours? If she really wanted to be helpful.
Can I answer that? Oh, I'm the first kid in class to answer. Can I answer that one?
Nope.
Because you didn't say, I will defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will lay my life down in that servitude for my country. Wait a minute. There's only a couple of us who said that. Oh, that's the 0.001% of us.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's sacrifice. See, I want you to come up here, and I want you to ask me the question up here, and I'll drop everybody down, Mahogany.
She ain't coming.
She ain't coming because she's going to get the smoke if we drop. If we drop, we're going to give her the smoke.
Mahogany, you come up, we'll drop down. Just be you and Charles.
We'll drop down and let you, Charles.
It'll just be me and you, Mahogany. Because I'm going to tell you something. I get more on accident than most men get on purpose. But I'm gonna put this to you this way. My masculinity doesn't depend on a woman. I'm a proud member of the human doing race. I can have pent up anger. You know why? Because I'm a maverick. You know why I'm angry? Because I'm a black man in America and I deserve to be angry. I've given up more service than any white boy can imagine. So let me explain this to you, especially on my side of the block. I can be as angry or as cordial as I want. I'm going to just put everybody in waiting.
Women don't get the understanding? Why come women don't get the understanding that a lot of black men love y'all? We just don't like what you do.
Now, it's just you and I. Ask your question.
Well, Charles, I don't know if you remember me. I do remember you. We had an encounter way back, I think, on Platinum Elite. It wasn't a great one. I've been checking you out for the past couple of days because you did a show talking about a Mary Brown, and I supported Mary Brown, but that's not why I'm here. He doesn't need my help. He didn't send me. I just been checking you out on my own, and I'm just confused because a man with your record, so you were in the police. You correct me if I've got things misunderstood. You served as a police officer. Aren't you military? You have your own business. I don't understand why a man like you is up here, and this is no disrespect, but with these men night after night complaining about black women. Then I noticed, and I will be quiet, but then I noticed you had the nerve to objectify a black woman's ass. When somebody came in the building, you got her spinning around. You took a double shot of that ass. I don't understand it. Which one is it? Do you like black women or do you hate black women? What's going on?
Number one, I'm a grown-ass man. I can do what the hell I please. Number two, did you ever hear me say I hate black women?
No, that's what it seems like.
No. It's either yes or no.
What? I can't answer the way I want to?
No, it's either yes or no.
This is not interrogation
This is
time.
not. It's a yes or no question. Did I ever say I hate black women?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't
Oh,
listen
you
to
don't
you.
know. I will educate you. I don't hate black women. I'm disappointed like hell in them. See, a big part of me actually love black women, but I wish y'all love yourselves as much as we love you. But you know what happens? Y'all go out of your way to be the complete antithesis of what a black man's looking for. And here's the crazy thing about objectifying a woman. Because you could look at my videos and you're probably talking about the one about BlurCon. I didn't objectify anything. All I did was ask. She could have easily said no. Guess what she did? Guess what she did? She welcomed the fact of being looked at. She liked a nice looking black man looking at her ass. As a matter of fact, if you really look at the video, how many chicks actually jiggled their body parts in front of the camera without asking? To some men, that's an event. To me, that's Tuesday. I could be a maverick like anyone. I've earned the right to be angry. Don't ever check a black man while he's angry. There's a reason why we can be angry. Because we gave the most to this damn country and we get back the fucking least. So if we have a chip on our motherfucking shoulder, so what? If I'm willing to put my life on the line for a black woman, then that black woman has the ability to shut up and take my critique. Because it ain't gonna fucking kill you, especially if I gotta kill or give up my life for your protection. And that's the least. And that's the least what black women can do. Because if a black man said, "Hey, baby, we prefer you in your natural state," why go out of your way to get fake hair? If a black man be like, "Hey, baby, we love it when you're fit," why become overweight? Hey, baby, we like it when you're friendly. Why act like an asshole? Why do you think black men are disappointed? See, it's okay when the rabbit gets the gun, but now that black men get to play the part of Mr. McGregor and they saying stay the fuck out of the yard till you get your shit correct. Oh, it's an issue. When do I objectify women? Women love it when I come around. Hell, do you even know how I address women in this space?
Are you gonna let me? Are we gonna have a conversation?
No. I'm asking you a question.
Okay, when do I get to speak? When do I get to ask you
I'm
questions?
asking you a question. I just asked you, how do I address women in this space?
How would I know if I don't know you, Charles? You're not making any sense. Let's have a conversation.
You just told me you've been observing me for a minute.
No, a few days. A few days.
When I look at this, for example, Sweet Melanie's in the chat, right?
Yes, shout out to you, Sweet Melanie.
How are the women greeted in my chat? How you doing, love?
Really?
Ask anybody who's been on a chat with me. How do I greet the women? How you doing, love or lovely? Does that sound like a person who hates women?
Are you going to allow me to say anything?
I've asked you a question, but you didn't answer.
Well, because I didn't know, because like I said, I checked you out for the first time, and I'm not trying to be mean or rude. When you put a Mary's Brown name in your title, which you have every right to do, but that intrigued me. So that's why I came over here. But listen, this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You want to sit a woman down and talk at her. You don't want to have a conversation because you're a misogynist, you're sexist, I can tell. You don't respect the mind of a woman. That's why you want to talk at me. I thank you for your service, but I did service also. I have respect for all service members, so I've never said this to you, but just on that, I've from what I know, I have respect.
Well, thank you for your service. What did you do?
thank you for your service. I was in the Army for 10 years, but I'm from a
So,
completely
what
military.
what did you do in the Army?
I switched MOSs, but initially,
What were your MOSs?
sure. Initially I was a Jesus, because it didn't last very long. I actually got out and came back in. I don't want to get into that right now.
But wait a minute. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Were you deployed?
For a little, I wouldn't call it a deployment. I've been overseas several times. Yes.
No. Deployment meaning were you inside of a war zone?
Well, Korea is not really, as you know, it's not really a war zone, but you know, you're always on alert, and we did lots of training. I was attached to a very, what kind of unit should I say it was?
The unit that it is? For example, right? What's the percentage of women in the military?
Right now, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I've been out for years, so I
12%.
don't know.
12% of the military is female.
Okay, what's that?
So, in other words, as great and as honorable as those women, are the women doing the heavy lifting in the military?
Yeah, some of them are.
No.
What the? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's impossible to have 12% doing the heavy lifting.
What are you talking about?
In other words, if only 12% of the military or the Army, I'll just take the Army, 12% of the Army is just combat arms, you need a whole lot of support for those fighters, right?
Right.
So can the 12% do the heavy lifting for the other 88?
Sir, wait a minute, because are you trying to tell me as a service member? Are you trying to say that the female soldiers in the military aren't pulling their weight? Is that what you're trying to say?
I said what did I say? Are they doing the heavy lifting?
What do you mean? We all do heavy lifting. I'm not really sure.
Are they doing the hardest jobs in the military?
I mean, overall, I'm gonna be honest. Unless you are, 11 Bravo, unless you're actually a foot soldier, technically, to me, that's the hardest job.
How many? You've been in the military for 10 years, right? How many women? How many women you see in the motor pool changing Humvee tires?
I've seen enough.
How many? Is it the majority?
Enough.
Is it the majority?
No, it's not the majority.
No, they're not doing the heavy lifting.
No, we're not going to diminish. This is really.
We're going to stop right there. So, did I degrade them and say they're not doing anything at all? No.
You're diminishing them, though.
No, I'm diminishing them because any smart female, a Marine captain, if you really want to study me, this is what a white Marine captain said when she tried to go to Ranger School. She said that she couldn't even compete with the men.
Well, that's her.
She said women should stay the hell out of combat arms. And I'm pretty sure she will be very highly qualified to make that statement. Her not only being a woman, being a Marine, and being an officer as well. So that being said, we have females who were in great shape, top 90% of anybody. But even then, they know, look, I can only do but so much because.
Okay, so you had the opinion of one woman. I'm not here to take up your show.
I'm not of one woman. This is the opinion of several women I've talked.
Right, and to be honest, I've also had that opinion, but I know well enough to say that just because I feel that way doesn't mean I should take that choice away from other women. I'm not going to.
How many women? If you really want to have a choice for women, right? Because women, you believe in equality like I do, right? Believe it or not, you called me misogynist. When do I have
hatred?
If I have a hatred of women, why would I take the time to speak to you alone?
Good morning.
I've actually given you the respect by taking the fellas down, correct?
I do, and I appreciate that, even though you're trying to completely, I don't know what you're trying to do right now. I didn't come up here to.
I'm having a conversation with you, Mahogany. That's what I'm
Yes, but the question I had was, when was the last time that you interacted with women? Because you seem very aggressive when it comes to women. I'm just being honest with you.
But women like my aggression. I'm only giving them what they like. What's wrong with that? No woman wants a pussy, don't they?
Can I ask you one last question? Do you mind if I share? And I will be very respectful about it, but you said a lot of things up here tonight. Do you mind if I share this conversation with another military person, a woman?
Yeah, she could come up here on my panel anytime and we'll have a good conversation. Because you do know that one of my ex-girlfriends was in the military. Very athletic lady. And trust me, she was very athletic. Probably one of the most pound for pound strongest people I ever met. She'd probably say the same for me. But guess what? Even I'm gonna explain this, and I'm giving this time to talk. At 160 pounds, she was able to bench press 260 pounds.
Okay, can I just
she has two 4-year degrees. But here's the crazy part. As great as her accomplishments, she used to joke when I had 400 plus on the bar. You know I can't deadlift that, right? And we're laughing. But guess what? When I let 405 sit on my chest for 20 seconds, she was thinking the feminist, not the feminine, but the femininity came out of her. And she was really concerned till I pushed it back up with no problem. And guess what? She actually had to admit that was kind of a turn on. So I really hear this about me being misogynistic when the first person women will go to is a man like me, a man who will actually protect them at all costs, even up to the cost of his life, a man who young girls love and call me Uncle Charles or whatever. A man like me who's going to tell them, look, sweetheart, you don't have to go get butt shots. You're beautiful the way you are. But because I have a critique, I'm automatically misogynist.
No, it's because you got men like J Lock and whoever calling me a B, and a strag.
Did I call you a bitch?
You allow your people.
Are you talking to J Lock or are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you, but why do you allow for that?
We're gonna stay talking. We're gonna keep it focused. We're gonna keep it focused, right?
Yeah.
The craziness about it is, for almost 4 decades, because I'm 40. How old are you?
I'm older than you.
Okay, cool. So you should know. For 40 years, right? Back in the 80s, especially the late 80s, early 90s, right? You had your Donahue, you had your Sally Jesse Raphael, you had your Geraldo Rivera, you had who else? Come on, name some more talk shows. Lake.
We just talked about this the other day.
Ricky Lake. You had all these talk shows that were very keen on black men ain't shit, right?
No, they talked about a variety of different issues.
But guess what? Did they allow black men to tell their stories?
I don't think anybody stopped black men from telling their stories.
There was a lot of Oprah. I forgot about her.
Please name one show that Oprah did that was negative about black men. I'd love to see that episode. I watched it for years.
They had a lot of shows.
I don't remember not a one.
They talked about black men and the single mother epidemic. When I've said this before, and tell me if I'm wrong with this statement, women pick who gets to be fathers. Men get to pick who gets to be wives. If a man chooses a bad wife, whose fault is that? It's the man's. If a woman chooses a bad father, whose fault is that? It's the woman's. When didn't Oprah have some anti-male talking points? That's what I'm waiting for. Color Purple, anybody?
So are you saying
Most
that
of that stuff that happened in The Color Purple
we
was
didn't
fiction.
control? We didn't control media. We don't control media.
But guess what? But were black women allowed to say their rhetoric free reign about black men ain't shit for decades?
Oh Lord.
Yes or no? I'm just asking you, Melanie. Was this true? Am I making it up or is it the truth?
It's mahogany. You called me Melanie.
I'm sorry.
Although that's a compliment. She's a sweetheart.
But
It's okay.
guess what? Am I telling a lie or am I telling the truth?
Can I answer it the way I want to, sir? Please. And I promise, because I know these men are chomping at the bit to get up here and talk shit about me, because that's all they got.
They're not worried about that. Honey. I gotta do you like women I date. Are you with me or are you with them?
I'm here to talk to you.
No. Are you with me or are you with them?
I'm here to talk to you.
So talk to the Faulkner man. Stop worrying about everybody else. You are safe with the commander and the owner of Black Line Security Firm. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Thank you. Say it in your sexy voice. Thank you. Now, what do you say?
I can handle myself.
What do you say when somebody says thank you?
Well, thank you. I mean, I appreciate that.
No. What do you say when I say thank you to you? What do you repeat?
What? I don't know what you want me to say.
I say thank you. It's traditionally to be told you're welcome.
Well, yes. I mean, of course you're welcome. Listen, I'm trying to talk to you just like a normal human being. I'm not going to bow. I just want to have a normal conversation, Charles.
Say it in your sexy voice. You got a sexy voice, don't you?
No.
Oh, you don't? Every woman has a sexy voice.
Oh, Jesus. Why? You know what? I've been wanting to come down and talk, but I just got to.
Been wanting to come?
I mean, talk to you.
I can help that, but anyway, keep the conversation going.
You know, where's your woman at, Charles? You're such a good man. You're such a ladies' man, according to you. Where's your woman? Why are you sitting around with a bunch of niggas? And no offense, I'm not talking to y'all gentlemen. I'm talking mostly to these fools in here disrespecting me. But I mean, you're 40 years old. That's pretty young.
Hey, as the old saying goes, I'm experienced enough to know what I'm doing, and I'm still young enough to do it. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. Well, thank you. I do appreciate your time. I won't say I've made a fool out of myself. I've done this before. I'm really trying to just understand you.
Wait a minute. I do have to ask you a few things.
Oh, God.
Do you have a man?
Yes, of course.
Are you married?
Not yet. But I was married. I'm divorced.
Are you happy?
Yes.
My number is 44. No. Like, so, and you live where?
I'm from South Carolina.
Oh, so that means you know how to cook, right?
Yeah, I know how to cook. Of course.
If I brought the food, you cook it?
If you were my man, yes.
I mean, hey, be an adult to have another one.
Well, anyway, thank you for letting me up. I appreciate it. Now I guess these men could have at it, honey.
No, trust me, they're not going to disrespect you because we're all gentlemen here. Did I treat you with respect, Mahogany?
You know what? I'm pleasantly surprised. I was expecting, as that man said, the smoke. So I do appreciate it.
Every woman gets a pleasant surprise from me.
And I just want to say this about the service, and I'm serious about this part. Because I've done military shows before, and I actually was.
Guess what? Can I invite you to the next one I do?
If there's other women there, I would love to come.
Well, maybe you could just be on one-on-one. Maybe we could do the show in person.
You mean me come on camera?
No, I said in person, where we're both sitting there together at the table on camera.
I have a man. Everybody knows that about me. You should check out my page. I have a man.
Congratulations. Tell him that he has a lovely lady.
Thank you. And I want to see you. You know, you seem decent. I don't know you, but I I would like to see you men. See, these men think that I just like to get up here and mess with them and fuck with them, but I actually want to see you men happy. I want to see you men with somebody. It
Who
drives
said
me
we're
crazy.
not
I
happy?
want to see black men and women together, loving on one another. That's really what I want to see.
Who said we're not happy? Who said who said men don't have critiques of being happy? Who said that? If we have a critique of something, in order to critique something, you must have a love for it. Criticizing means you have a hatred. So do I sound like a misogynist? Or do I sound like a person who's disappointed? Because when I look at the women like my mother and her ilk, no matter how good or how bad things are, she's still going to be a wife and she's still going to be a mother regardless of that. Am I disappointed because I feel like the women of my generation have disappointed and dishonored the women of hers?
Listen, can I say that you can be disappointed? There's nothing wrong with being disappointed. There's several things that I see that disappoint me that our people do in general, both ways around, men and women. When that senator, I can't remember her name, when she got up there and did what she did, I was very hurt and disappointed because she doesn't realize it, but there's a lot of young black girls that look up to her, and that was a disappointing act. But I don't judge everybody based on a few. You know what I'm saying? You are a misogynist. You had that black woman's ass up here a second ago. I came in and there was a black woman's ass on your stream. You are.
Wait a minute. You talking about this?
I can't.
Everybody in the chat, give me a woo if you want to see this. Woo! So, if I'm a heterosexual black man, should I not have and admire a body like Bria Miles?
I know who she is. She's a fitness model. But what I'm telling
But
you
guess
is,
what? Should I not admire the work she put in?
yes, you should.
You gotta understand the male mind. You know why we like women with nice bodies? Because we respect and admire the work that goes into it. It's like a very nice, a custom made firearm, or customizing a car. We appreciate that work. And guess what? Remember, that's a very dark skinned woman with a lovely shape and a lovely complexion. I'd be damned if I'm gonna feel guilty admiring that shit.
She's beautiful.
I'm pretty sure if we had a video of you spinning around like Wonder Woman, you would want men to appreciate your beauty, right?
Actually, I am very secure in myself. But
that's not the whole mahogany. Hold on. That's not what I said. You will want men to appreciate your beauty that you possess as well, right?
I don't need a man to appreciate.
No. You would appreciate men to appreciate your beauty as well, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care.
In other words, there is no such thing as a woman not caring about attention, because we all know the greatest drug to a woman is attention. Because if it wasn't, social media wouldn't have Instagram models, would it? Social media wouldn't have. Guess who's heavily on social media? More predicated to men, or is it more predicated to women?
I believe it's more women, but I don't know.
So in other words, women like their beauty to be appreciated, right? So where do we get off when a man can't appreciate a woman for her beauty? Last time I checked, I ain't looking for no dick.
Okay, that's fine. But I was going to ask you, do you appreciate? I don't see you showing her beautiful face. I don't see you.
You see her face in it.
But do you see her? I'm just saying, like I said, you come off misogynistic. You don't.
No. What is misogyny?
It's basically objectifying women.
No.
Not appreciate. I'm just giving. Can I give
I want you to do this one thing. Sure. I want you to go. You're on a computer, right?
Yeah. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I want you to look up the definition of that word.
Okay, I can do that real quick. But basically, it's like you don't appreciate anything. What?
Oh, nothing.
Oh God.
You know, one of my favorite women right there, Wonder Woman. I'm trying to get back to my. I'm trying to get back to the comment section, but see, this is the thing about it. Did I present a hatred of women?
Yeah, that's what it says. It says
No.
it says hatred, contempt of women.
So, if I had a hatred of women, would I be speaking to you right now?
But you don't respect women, Charles. You
How
don't.
do you? No. Is that speculation or is that confirmed?
Come on, you're flaunting the black. Look, I just don't see how.
I just told you how much I admire a black woman's figure and the work
her ass
through her body. No. Did I mention her ass or her body?
You're showing her ass.
I'm showing her complete body. I'm not showing her ass. She's showing her ass.
Well, I appreciate.
If she didn't show her ass on Instagram or any social media, and she just showed her body, but guess what? Were you here for the stream when me and black men stood up for that beautiful sister Felicia Rashad?
No, like I said, I really.
But guess what? One of the most beautiful women I've ever laid eyes on was Felicia Rashad. Did she ever dress like an Instagram model?
No, but we're in different times,
No.
Charles.
I'm asking you a question. Was she considered one of the most beautiful women in the world and still retained a lot of grace and beauty even in her elder years?
Yes, Felicia Rashad is very beautiful.
So how come you never hear black men talk shit about her?
Because they see Felicia Rashad as a mother figure. She was, the wife and the mother to the Cosby kids. So that's how we all see her. I grew up in that era.
Did she ever have, because we grew up pretty much in the same era, right?
Yes.
So she had a certain thing of elegance with her, right?
Yes.
You ever seen the cover of the Jones Girls, Nights Over Egypt?
No, I don't think. No.
Just Google the cover with the Jones Girls, and you see how beautiful each lady is, and they're fully clothed. We admire shit like that. Shout out to my man, my fellow Aries, Marvin Gaye. Look at that. All the natural, beautiful women up. Oh, look at that. Happy. What if a guy like that, or a guy like myself, does that look like he hates women? Does that look like I would hate women? If you told your friends, and right now they're listening to the conversation at hand, do I have a hatred of women?
Charles,
do I have a hatred of women? Why can't a straight man admire women? At some point in the world's history, it was not illegal to admire a woman's physical beauty. We actually fought wars and named mighty battleships after women. Because you know why? Because we actually respected the vessel. We actually respected the beauty. Name one ship that's not a female. That's how much we honor women. But this is what I have to ask upon you.
Yes.
When do men get the same respect? When do women speak up for us? Because guess what? There's so many women called pick-me's, but the first thing we tell the women who are called pick-me's, at least you picked. That's why she's mad.
Women, there's several reasons people get called a pick-me. I've been called a pick-me. I don't necessarily agree with calling women names, but that's a whole different.
Let me ask you this question: Who comes to your defense when you're called a pick-me?
I don't really have anybody to defend me.
It's usually going to be men.
Actually, I've gotten more. Most men have been very respectful to me in this space, but
wait. Well, I want you to back up and make that statement one more time.
Sure. I say that all the time, that most of the men have across the board have been very respectful to me in this space. But I'm also very respectful to them. I don't disrespect in general, I don't tend to disrespect. Like, I didn't come up here to disrespect you. I just couldn't help myself.
Did I disrespect you?
No, you did. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I guess I was basing you based on some of the.
That's definitely what she said. But keep
things I've heard, from
What have you heard? Because every time
From your people down there.
see,
Yeah,
see,
that's
no, no.
all.
Did you hear it from Charles L. Faulkner Jr., the colonel, the commander? Did you hear it?
No, I've never heard it from you.
So,
Although you did curse me out. You remember me?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And
remember
but
you.
when you're nice to me, am I nice to you?
I was nice to you. I don't want to do this.
I'm
But I do
asking you a
appreciate.
question. I'm asking you a question. When I'm nice to you and respectful, if you're nice and respectful to me, what do I typically be? Unless you do something disrespectful to me.
Well, I'm learning you now, so like I said, this has been a pleasure. Um,
Oh, it's not a pleasure yet. I mean, it's been a pleasure talking to you, but the pleasure is when we get to meet.
well, you're welcome to come to my channel. You
And you're
know,
welcome. And you're welcome to come.
I probably will come over. And check out your channel some more.
Because guess
Well,
what? If you're not one of the black women I speak of, the very few times I talk about black women, then if the shoe doesn't fit, you must have quit, right?
well, the thing about me is I love black people. I love black women and men, and I don't like to hear
But, but,
anybody being talked about disparagingly.
but
You know,
guess
our
what?
people.
I'm going
Yes, go
to
ahead.
teach you one thing about men. This is kind of like the barbershop, the man cave, the bro house, the frat house. This is how men fucking talk. Y'all need to stop trying to change the vernacular of the man and actually comprehend the man. See,
Okay,
when you comprehend men, and that's the one issue, that's the number one issue black women have. You never had to learn your men.
I know I know black men. I actually grew up with brothers. I know black men pretty well.
So, in
Um,
other words, does the average black woman know black men?
I think we know y'all about as much as y'all know and understand as we know and understand y'all. So I think there's some confusion. You know, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I think there's a disconnect somewhere. And I think that's why a lot of women are here trying to understand you men, but we get tired of the BS. We get tired of y'all uh, not respecting our minds, things like that.
I like you, but I gotta debunk your shit a little bit. See, men are hunters naturally, right? So a hunter must know what? They must study their prey. So we know a lot about y'all. Y'all know halfway nothing
It
about
doesn't
us.
sound like it. When
Oh,
I hear, oh, some of y'all seem clueless, to be honest. And I'm just being honest. I'm not talking about you. I don't know you. But some of the things that I've heard the other day, like I said, I was listening to your show, and a man, I'm not going to say who, but he was saying that he went out with the lady. He had a good time. And because she had lashes on, he was like, he had to let her go. And I'm thinking, that's something you can work with.
but
I mean,
guess
Jesus.
why is it that a man can't have a standard? We gotta accept any old thing.
No, but can I say
Because
this,
I'm pretty
Charles?
sure.
No, can I ask you this question then? No, it's not that you have to accept any old thing, but this is the thing. When I heard that, it's no different than say me and you meeting for the first time in a gas station, and I'm at the counter, I'm serving you, you're buying something from me, and
I like it when a woman serves me. But anyway, keep continuing.
well, and you ask me off the bat, let's say I have a weave, and you ask me right off the bat, geez, you're a pretty girl, but why do you have to wear that weave? Well, see, that's inappropriate because you don't know me well enough. And then listen, if I was your woman, then you can make suggestions, you can tell me what you want. But when you're just getting to know somebody, when you're courting, it's not appropriate. And that's why that brother is 50
And
Cent go by his goddamn self.
most men are very smooth, especially black men. We're very smooth with what we say. When you ask what type of woman you're looking for, you know what a brother's gonna say? I like a woman who's natural. I like a woman in her natural frame, her natural hair. I like it when she has earth tone makeup. You know, the little earth tone lipstick. It looks very lovely on dark skinned women. I don't like those lashes because it takes away the beauty from her eyes. You're gonna hear something like that. you're not going to usually say, well, you got to wear that weave that quickly. Hell, and if you do hair it, they'd be like, you look so beautiful. You don't have to wear that.
Well, Charles, that's the way. See, I guess you've got a
Like,
little.
if I wear a toupee, and of course you know that I'm shaved bald, what you think a woman's going to say? They're either going to say, take that shit off, or if she's smooth with it, she's going to be like, you're I love me a bald chocolate man. You don't need that. So stop. Let's stop bullshitting each other, correct?
Well, the way the man said that he left, that he stopped with her
That,
after the first date,
that,
so that's why
that's
I.
his prerogative, right?
I mean, it is, but to me, it's giving
So
up a little too soon.
it's no it's no difference than, let's
Oh,
say a guy's on the first date, he picks the girl up. What if he makes a mistake and leaves his wallet home? And he was rushing to go get her, wanted to make it her. That man's gonna feel embarrassed, correct?
oh, I don't want to hear that excuse about leaving
No,
your
no, no.
wallet. That's
Is,
some BS.
is it a possibility it can happen, right? So what if he's a nice guy, he's everything you like, but he made a genuine mistake? Are you gonna take it out and never call him again?
Hell yeah, I would never call him again.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why?
I actually had. I'll divulge this to you because I just don't care at this point. I feel like
You
you
feel
know.
open and fresh and can talk to me? I
Well,
like that.
yes. So basically, yeah, and it was no date number two. It was no conversation. It was no nothing. They hunted me down and said, "What happened?" I said, "What do you mean? What happened? You're a complete butthole. Because why would you invite me out somewhere and you can't even?" It's different if we're friends, we're going out to lunch, we're doing it Dutch, you invited me out and then we get there and you can't pay for anything. Like, are you serious? No. What are the chances? When you get
In
here,
other words,
you
in
drive
other,
without a license?
in other words, if a man's leaving, is it a possibility he could leave something just like a woman could?
The chances, would you ever get in a car without your license or an ID? No.
Yes. I've done it a couple of times.
It
And
never
didn't
happened.
Huh? Done it a
Well,
couple of times.
it's a bad mistake to make. It's a very, very,
It's
very bad
a bad
mistake to
mistake
make.
to make, but guess what? You're saying that man doesn't have a right not to talk to a woman who has lashes when he probably told the woman what type of women he likes in their beard.
No,
But
I,
wait a minute. Hold up.
yeah.
I'll let you talk. But yet, if a man really likes you, he's a gentleman, and he just forgets, oh shit, I forgot my wallet. And he leaves, let's say he leaves his watch there or leaves something there. I'm not suggesting a man to do that, but what if he says, look, if you pay for this, I promise to give you the money back.
Okay, then I can do that. And let me just say this, because I know I'm probably coming off a certain type of way. I'm not a cheap woman. I'm talking about the very first date, because I personally know how to treat a man.
There's
Yeah.
time I on the very first date with a chick, and one time I actually forgot my wallet. And she laughed it off and she paid for it. And she was like, she's like, look, see, now you owe me 2 dinners.
Right. See, that's different, but that's not right.
And guess what? We hit it off ever since, because she was like, you know what? You too good of a guy to give up.
Oh, so how's she doing?
Doing very fine. And
Okay.
but let me ask you this one question. Why did you ask in the comments when the last time I had some?
Because you seem very, I'm not going to lie to you, Charles, just listening to you.
Because every time a woman asks me, the last time I had some, that means she's offering.
No, it's something that crosses women's minds. And
I know, it's called penis. Called penis. That's what it crossed their mind.
No.
You know what they call it? If it crossed your mind, call my dick the mind eraser. Shit. I mean, hey. I'm just stating.
Well,
never had any complaints,
The Colonel, Charles, it's been very nice. I do have to go. I get up pretty early in the mornings. And that's kind of why I was up kind of doing some stuff. But I do appreciate this conversation. I hope you come by. But now listen, if you come by me, no, I'm not going to try and rough you up. We got to be able to have a back.
I don't mind a woman trying to rough me up, man. I mean,
all right.
Last time a woman roughed me up, she was on the wall. But anyway.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be listening, I think. You have a good night.
You don't mind if I call you Mahogany Waterfalls? Good night.
No, it's just Mahogany.
I'm gonna call you Mahogany Waterfalls. Woo! I better get some super chats for this shit. I better get some cash apps for this shit. Woo! Why do I have to be defined on where my dick finds the go? Oh my god.
Man, that shit was hilarious.
Was that smooth or was that smooth?
Yeah, and that didn't end in no, rage battle, none of that shit. So yeah, you handle it in your own style, in your own little smooth way.
I mean, you see, look at this shit. He just gave us a master. Hold on. Where's Ric Flair? Oh Jesus! Oh my god, that shit was too smooth, man. I mean, that shit was like baby.
Boy, I thought she was gonna come up here and be full blown Karen, boy.
Oh no! I know how to stop it, man.
Woo!
Yeah. Definitely shout out to J Lock, Leo Anthony, and Mel. Oh yeah. For the promotion. Oh man, that was smooth. If you ever want to defuse and disarm a woman, I just gave you keys to the table. Support the super chat, support the cat chat, man. That was some.
Hey, but there's some chicks though, you cannot do that with. There's some chicks, man, there are some juggernaut saber-tooth bitches.
I tell him, I said, you know what? When she tried to see, it's kind of funny when she tried to come at me in the chat about, you seem so pent up. That's why I kind of like it's called verbal judo, but that's that's the reason why I know how to deflect like Wonder Woman. You can tell me all that you think that I'm frustrated, but the only time women ask me, the last time you had some, that's because they're offering.
Because all you're going to do is just counter their shit until they get tired and be like, oh my God, you know what, Charles? I can't stand you. All right, I'll holler at you next time. Bye.
Calvin Rogers said, Charles, do you play the fiddle? Not quite. Not quite. Oh, man. What's up? Shout out to my man TD Game. Woo! Man, you got one of the best Madden players on YouTube in the building. Woo! Woo! Man, if you like good ass old-fashioned Madden playing and he's a Ravens fan, man, salute to him and subscribe to his channel. Blow him up. My man BL said Charles was ducking them insults and deflecting like Floyd Mayweather. Oh, you talking about I was doing this?
Exactly.
Oh no. It's late night.
Like bitch no.
Oh man. F Holiday says she came here dry, left soap.
Yeah. Sure did.
Oh my God.
All knowing she left wet too.
Oh, she knows she did.
Well, hell yeah, shit.
Oh man.
So we gonna attack her.
And Buster, she said, "I've been watching you for a couple of days." So you know she's seen your videos and shit, never where she actually see you, like, you know, where you show your whole body and shit. Can't do.
Well, you know, things are much bigger in person, as you know these things.
Oh, pause, nigga. But salute, but pause, nigga.
Shout out to Aquatech, you for the cash app. The Faulkness is undefeated. Shout out to F Holiday again for the cash app. He said for that classic, that legendary. That legendary shit, boy. Boy, y'all gonna be telling young kids about this fucking shit. Oh, I know I had every nigga laughing his ass off when I said I'm gonna call you Mahogany Waterfalls, and y'all niggas was like, "Yo, this nigga ill." Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, and she was like, "Well, when the last time did you get some?" Well, you offered. I mean, last time I checked, you know, dick more different than crack. I mean, so hey.
She sound like the type to where, you know, where she may want to put up an argument with you before she give you some kind of shit.
Well, you know, it's kind of like I told my homeboys. They be like, "Well, you know, I'm a hit it and quit it kind of guy." I said, "Hell no, I'm like a guy with a bad record. I'm a repeat offender." Shit. Trust me. I had chicks. Shit. I had a couple of chicks I knew for like 16, almost 17 years. And they still throw the pussy at me like fucking John Elway. But anyway. I'm sorry. For anybody who said Charles ain't smooth, man, I gotta play my man real quick. I gotta play my man Tyrell real quick. You know what? I would be a total asshole if I played this song while she was talking. Y'all would be like, "Yo, this nigga is on another level." I should have came out there looking like this, man. Oh shit. Oh shit. Y'all niggas are bad.
She was doing more deflecting when she felt it. You was.
I was like, "Are you deflected or you just like what you see?"
Yep.
I came out there looking like this.
Exactly.
I said, wait a minute, chick. Wait a minute. Thunder.
Hey, boy.
Oh.
Hey, man, this is better, bro, man. Hey, BC, this happy, joyful spirit, man, is better than, this is kind of like right on time, huh? This is like a good interruption, you know, from the vibes you had earlier, you know, with that bullshit.
I had early. I was pissed, but this shit made my night. Oh, trust me, everybody loves it. I can't wait till next year for BlurCon. We're gonna do the meet and greet. You're gonna be like, "Well, you had this lady gyrating." I said I had a video at BlurCon with chicks gyrating, and I didn't even ask.
Exactly.
What the fuck? I mean, shit. That means people forget. People forget. I'm Charles L. Faulkner Jr. The L4 stands for L is that nigga. Shit.
Hey, and who did you have an interview with? My one guy, I forgot his name. I was like, damn it, Charles, I want to choke you, man. Damn it, man, I'm jealous of the motherfucker right now. You talking about one of my guys, bro.
Oh yeah, go for anybody who's new to the channel. Check out the interview I had with Orlando Jones at BlurCon. You're gonna love that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yes, man.
Next time, I should have played this song with Mahogany up there. Hold up. Oh, I love it. Shout out to our new style, Cadillac music, baby. Cadillac music. Hold up. Somebody give me a chalice with a silk robe.
That was right on time too. I just smoked a joint.
Exactly.
Oh, tell me that nigga wasn't smooth with that shit.
I ain't making love to no bitch no more, but that shit went wrong.
Oh, you know what? Every female I've dated said, Charles, you're an asshole, but you're a lovable asshole, boy. Oh, man. It's funny because women will come out so aggressive with me, then they be like, oh my God, you are so nice and so charming. And it was so funny because my female coworkers, you know how you work with women and you're used to, even if they're pretty, the prettiness wears off in about like a month or two, and you just get used to them. But they see you interact with women, and they be like, "Yo," I was like, "What? You a charming motherfucker? What you mean? You literally, if you wanted that woman to sleep with you, she would have done it right there in front of me." I mean, some niggas got it, some niggas don't. Oh man, I think I should be a game expert. Believe it or not, my friends think I never had game. I said, well, it's the message wasn't for you, nigga. You're a dude. You're right, Holiday. That was a damn good interview, man. He was a great guy to interview, man. I can't wait. We got to do this. It's
Man,
here now, so everybody get your ducats and
I'm gonna go back and watch it again though. So
get
yeah,
your ducats. You know, reserve your hotel rooms for the Hyatt Regency, Crystal City. Um, I'll put the information in my community tab. Ooh, she's even. Oh, thank you. I love it when lovely ladies tip me. Shout out to Mahogany Roots for the $5 super chat. This is for you, Mahogany.
Mm-hmm.
Because over here we like pretty ladies and nice bodies. Woo! Oh, Calvin, man, you ain't shit for this shit that he's rubbing it in her face.
well now yeah, that's nice though, boy. Turn that upside down. Yep.
He said, he said, are you selling that swag online? I mean, hey, don't worry, black line security firms shall be opening soon. Get your merch. Thank you, Mahogany. I like it when I can put a woman to bed very nicely, and she tips you for it. Woo! Oh my God, I'm showing you a side I'm not supposed to show you. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm in tears right there. Y'all made my night. Oh, okay. Everybody in the chat, y'all can tell me how much I ain't shit. She said you're still sexist, but you like it, don't you?
Well, I will answer
Hold on, Mel. Mm-hmm. But you like it, don't you?
Exactly.
You like the fact that I can tell a woman to be a woman. Don't try to outman me. You know you like it. I'm going to whisper real close in your ear while I kiss your neck and say, so what? Guess what? I'm the biggest asshole in the world. And I'm the biggest dick, too. Woo! But anyway, go ahead.
I will answer that. I will tell him, Mahogany, the world is sexist. Plain and simple. So she got to accept it.
He said, bro, I expected Charles to be some super overly serious motherfucker who didn't joke at all, but homie got comedic skills. I mean, shit, when you grow up in Baltimore, boy, you either had your the cracked on or you did the cracking, boy. You learn quick. Like, shit, you gotta have a sense of humor about yourself. See, that's the one thing that makes men smooth. Here, I'm gonna give y'all a game for a lot of people who don't know. Any man that can make fun of himself is a winner. You know why? Because you don't have to play like the juggernaut. You don't have to be this tough guy that everybody makes it out to be. if you could laugh at yourself and be, let's say, guess what? I remember one time I'm trying to walk past this girl, get her number, and the floor was a lot slicker than I thought it was, and I slipped. But I caught myself in the push-up position, so I started knocking out push-ups. I said, "Hey." She was like, "What's going on?" "Oh man, I thought you fell." I said, "Nah, girl. You know, you built so good. I just had to do some push-ups to see that thing." And she was laughing her ass off. And I mean, once you actually to make jokes about yourself and keep your confidence about them jokes, I said, "Damn, girl, I didn't know you really were gonna make me fall for your shit." So she just bust out laughing. If you can joke about yourself, women love that because they don't like overly serious guys. Now, do I have a serious side about me? Yes. When people's lives are at stake, I'm going to be ultra serious and I'm going to be mission forward. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes in the mission, if you got a good squared away crew with you, and we're all trained to the highest that we're trained, there are sometimes we're going to do some jokes and be like, "Look, shit." Like, goddamn. Hey, fault in the duck. Sniper fire. Motherfucker, I've been down for 10 minutes. What the fuck you talking about?
I believe those overly confident dudes are the same dudes, where they're allowed to lead to where, in order for them to show, like, hey, the up themselves, in front of the chick and shit, especially over you, they'll throw you under the bus
I mean,
just to get the cooch.
oh yeah, it's funny, right? Every chick that meets me, right? Just about every. A lot of chicks, because I date nothing but black women, so black women tend to be a little bit more aggressive than anybody else. They try to challenge and shit test me. And when I actually had to hold them to a statement of shit testing and reflect it back onto them, they like it. They be like, "Oh, this nigga really is that confident." And I said, "Well, last time I checked, when I worked for the police department, I bet you can't find one officer that says they would never want me to be their backup. As a matter of fact, I was highly requested. They, the most, I'll actually say this: the greatest compliment you could get as a cop, in my opinion, is that when another cop tells you when they're on a car stop and that car's filled with 6 to 10 people, and you step out of your car backing them up, and they feel fine. That's a compliment. That's a hell of a compliment. Because I know many of people in the police departments now who, if they came to be my backup, send me more people. So, hey, you got to enjoy life the way it is. Oh, man.
Hey, Charles, I always want to say, man, thanks for coming up with Melodies Panels, man. You revealed yourself up there because people thought I was talking crazy, man. I was like, I had to back it up. I had to back it up. I had to reveal you. I said, I hope you come up here, man. I was wishing you did, man.
I
Oh
appreciate
man.
everybody who defended me and actually was like, "Yo, this nigga's actually serious."
Right.
Right, yeah, that's why I did what I did, didn't know if you got the email, but
I was like, people don't know I'm coming out there. They refer to me as Superman, but sometimes I'm very Batman-like in my in my movements. And I'm like, wait a minute, don't come to me and sell me some bullshiggity. Well, we first and foremost know if I got this company in my name and I'm putting people through, and I'm starting out, I'm going through training so I could cut out the middleman, so I don't have to send people to training, even though because this one guy put me on, shout out to Chris, I'm going to send people to him when it comes to special police training. I'm going to send him to people for certain training. But when I'm starting out, yes, there's a lot of help that's needed. Black people shouldn't have to go to a Shark Tank. We spend more money on hair care products than any fucking body. If we took a quarter of that amount and spent it on young black men, you would fix the educational system like that. How much do we spend on tennis? I mean, I like my Jordans and my wingtips too, but Think about it. This is like shit that I tell people about. Instead of complaining about the problem, why don't you be like, yo, this my nigga Charles, he the shit. This guy's gonna go places. He's taking young black men under his wing to prove it.
That just reminded me. All these chicks wearing wigs and shit. They wearing more wigs than the white man did back in the 1700s and shit.
All right, a bit more. You got more L's than Madden than lesbian ladies lick legs losing lobotomies. Fuck you. Shut up, Art. Oh man.
I'm glad, brother, that you doing your own thing, your business, and everything, man. Yeah, I appreciate a brother that has hope, like teenage boys. And I wish when I was 18, 19 years old back in the day, I would have known about
Yeah,
this program.
salute to you for that, man, Charles. Yeah, bro. That's another reason why I defended you, bro, man. There's another brother too, because I'm in the security world, bro. So I'm all about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I stick up for my brothers, who are. So
Everybody for
and
the support, and definitely salute to everybody because look, one of the nicest compliments I got in a while was my boy Mike. You've probably seen Mike W up in there. We worked together for years as police officers in the city. Now he's in the county, but he just recently opened up his LLC trucking business, and he's studying to get his CDLs and everything. He wants to be on his own, and you know what he said? He said, "Falk, baby, you inspired me." He said, when the department tried to give you shit and didn't want to promote you, he said, the classic one-liner you said, if they're not going to make me a sergeant, then I'll make myself a CEO. He says, I don't give a damn if you got one employee to over 10,000. You're the CEO. And I believe when brothers stack up their money, get that LLC, man. There's a lot of money and a lot of tax breaks you get when you start a business. And I promise you this, the more small businesses black people make, the more independent and more lucrative we can become. I'm just saying, man.
Amen to that. I hear that.
I would definitely add, definitely got to educate yourself on the credit card system because that definitely plays a big important part. I probably use credit and definitely that business credit. Yeah.
Hey, Art, what's a God to a non-believer? Oh man. Oh, you can fire the game up. All I'm gonna do is put my foot up your ass like I usually do. Oh my goodness. And it's something that I always promote for a lot of brothers, man. Get your mind right, get your body right, get your soul right, get your money right, get everything right, and then you'll be all right. If you I think we need more people to have content. When you look at TD Game, he doesn't have the controversial subjects that I have. But guess what? He doesn't need to. Because his thing when he plays the sports and the video games and the Madden, he's giving us entertainment. He's giving us what we need in the black community. Escapism. Some of us actually live in fucked up neighborhoods or going through some bad times. We need guys like a TD Game to play the game and show us how to play it, and we be entertained by his energy. We need a Art a bit more to release some stress on the Coliseum. We need a guy like Ray Hama, who's heavy into anime and stuff like that. We need Namer with his comical ass self. Or we need a guy like Mel, sounding like from Wu-Tang and shit. Marsha the Wooden Soldier. Punks couldn't hold us perpendicular to the square if we stand gold like Flair. We need different flavors in this space because notice another thing I'm working on is the multifaceted man, motto. And if anybody wants to put an input to it, please, all means, put towards it. But I think that we need to represent the multifaceted man, and we don't do that. we want to stay inside this box. I said, black men, there are people, when you go to BlurCon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time I went, which was last year. I had some very interesting conversations with guys who were like gay black men, and their boyfriends went with them. And we literally were outside smoking cigars, drinking, talking about everything, talking about relationships. And it was like, you know, and it was funny as shit what he said. Just because I date men don't mean I don't go through the same bullshit as a straight guy. I was like, what you mean? Thinking I'm always cheating when I'm just outside smoking. Gotcha. I said, so one thing I appreciate about places like BlurCon, it shows that black people get together, and somebody said it best about BlurCon. It's not a convention, it's a family reunion. You know how many people I met last year?
Damn right on that one.
I'm gonna say that again for the niggas in the back with the paper airplanes and the spitballs passing around notes that says, "Do you love me? Yes, no, maybe so." It's not a fucking convention when black people do it. It's a goddamn family reunion. That's why I suggest the first real Black Manosphere meetup should be at BlurCon, because we got so many fans of fighting games, anime, comic books, and you can spend your good dollars and support some black artists and some black writers while you're there. And you might even get a good interview. And guess what? I'm gonna try to get I'm gonna get my money together to get a big ass speaker, and we're gonna be out there in Smokers Alley, and DJ Law and Order is gonna be in effect, taking dollar donations. Oh man. Oh yeah, BlurCon is lit. I mean, shit. I mean, it was you got local artists. You got from people from DC Go to Baltimore Club. You had people from LA coming. I mean, it was fun. I remember we were like outside, 12 o'clock. All the people were like, they didn't like the DJ, so I had my speaker out and we were playing old school hip hop. So that shit was lovely.
Oh yeah, I remember when I went to Comic-Con in Indiana, man, and oh man, they had all kind of shirts, dude, of all the superheroes and shit, all different sizes. And as they go up in size, so does the price. And also too, man, the swords. They had swords there too. I'm like, damn, how these motherfuckers forging swords that look like the same swords from, you know, all the famous characters we like. I think I seen a He-Man sword too.
Oh shit! Wait a minute! Did you say the magic word?
Yeah, I believe I did. I believe I did see the He-Man.
I don't give a fuck. I'm an 80s baby.
That exact sword. Yep. Along with it was like 10 other swords.
That the sword of Omen.
I'm an 80s baby, and I be damn.
And I'm shitty too, because I took a picture of that one little robot from Star Wars. What do you call it? R2?
R2D2.
Yeah.
You know, I remember one time R2D2 in his little language said, "I'm not fluent in hood rat." I actually told a bitch that too one day. Like she was saying, "I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm not fluent in hood rat. You gotta slow down." And she looked at me like she wanted to kill me. Oh man. Oh, yeah,
it'd be like that too, man. I was man. I remember I was a lifeguard back in the day. Hood rat came to me, "What's your number?" I was like, "I ain't give you my fucking number. Hell no." Like,
all aggressive.
Hell no.
Shit, get out my pockets.
Right.
You gotta rob.
Like, why you being so mean? I'm like,
yeah, he said, "Get out of my pocket."
Pocket, god damn, chick. All these aggressive ass chicks, like, yo, you gonna give me that dick or what? Like, god damn, you raping me? God damn, like shit, like I'm assaulted. Like shit, you could ask a little bit nicer. You gonna give me that dick or what? Please. Damn.
That's better. Shit.
Did you have some? I got a question, Mr. Parker. Did you have some ugly, fat, attractive, or any ugly, attractive woman told you sexually like, "Oh, I want you to arrest me," type shit?
I had all walks.
I know you got stories.
I had it to very beautiful to not so cute to say the same thing. I've had chicks and waiting in line for Popeyes who look back at me and they were like, Officer, arrest me, I've been bad. And this older lady, she had to be on 50, was laughing her ass off when she heard that. And I didn't even hear it at first because I was like, what did she say? She was like, you didn't hear that? I said, no, I wasn't paying attention. She was like, Officer, arrest me, I've been bad. I was like, oh my God. They were fine as shit too, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll tell you this one funny story though. Oh man, all right, Calvin, you be safe at the VA. I'm gonna tell you this one funny story. Me and my boy, we like investigating somebody, I think it was like a stolen car, or carjacking or some shit, and we were doing a knock and talk investigating. So this one chick comes like in this Victoria's Secret bra and panty set. And I mean, she was built like, I'll say about 10 pounds lighter than Bria Miles. Fine as hell. I mean, face looked like, she kind of looked like the chick from off of Black Lightning, the oldest daughter. Fine motherfucker. And she comes to the door, and she was so fine. I actually remembered I think it was like a maroon like a maroon color nails and toenails she had. And she comes to the door. We're just interviewing her, and we were like, we're trying to be professional, but we're like, God damn. And it was funny because the whole time it was like 10, 15 minutes we're talking to her, and she's like still in this negligee. Not bothered. I was like, oh, is it a little cold for you, ma'am? And she was like, no, I'm good. This is how I naturally like to be. She's like, shit, you're glad because 15 minutes naked, I would have been naked. I looked at my homeboy and we were just shaking our heads. I was like, man. I was like, if we weren't being watched by higher command, I would have got you, boy. I don't think nothing beats the drunk lady, though, man, when she called us Ebony and Ivory. Imagine taking a drunk lady down the steps. I got her legs. He got her head and shoulders. And she's like, no. I got her head because, oh, my God, that shit was so funny. And he got her legs. And she says this because she's right by my crotch. And she somehow tucks her head underneath my crotch. And she was like, God damn, you must got a big old dick in front of her mother and her daughter. And you know, what's up, PK? And you know when you're trying to hold back your laughter, like you have to breathe deep in so you don't laugh and drop the chick. And she's like, when I get out from the hospital, I need y'all to make a house call. And we're like, and she keeps saying, like, see, I told you they got some big old dicks. And we're like, oh my God. Oh my God. We're like, you ever see like somebody like they take a short breath so they don't fucking blow their character.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I'm trying not to bust out laughing. And then she's like, hold up, unzip it so I can open up my mouth. I'm like, let's get this bitch on the thing. This gurney. Like, let's get this gurney. And I'm just like, and when they left and the family left, we just laughed for like 15 minutes straight, just letting it off. What's that? They were like, oh, and she was a teacher too. She was a math teacher.
Oh man, yeah, them teachers are freaks, man.
Oh
yeah, dude. Oh man.
Oh my god, that shit was wild.
I had the most. Yeah, I was a lifeguard, man. I was having all the types of chicks trying like, you give me a private lesson in swimming. I was like, shit, it depends. I said, if your ass, I'm like, if your ass can't fucking float, that's it for you. I ain't saving your ass. I ain't saving your ass. It's like, you mean as hell. I said, shit, I ain't risking my life. Shit, that's the first thing in lifeguard. Shit, you can't say it, motherfucker. You risk my life in dating, especially you 300 sometimes. Fuck that.
In my time doing security, boy, especially man, at big events like the Verizon Music Center. Oh man, bitches will be trying to get past, man, with so much shit. Boy, they be trying to like, use their body and shit, man, to get you. They be flashing their titties. They be like, well, you know how these waggle their titties, them from side to side. And then be going, oh, can I please go? No, bitch. No means no. No, I said.
Oh my god, I tell you what, man. Oh, when you in some of the awkward ass moments with women, and it's funny, right? I'm not a pervert, but there was this one guy. It was like a domestic incident, and he's arguing with his girl, and they like, man, I'm sick of this chick. We never fought, and this chick came down in these jeans, and I mean, I thought the Ohio players were singing in the back of my head saying skin tight. I mean, she had so much fucking ass. And I mean, no waist, but just ass. I mean, that shit looked like a goddamn heart when she turned around. I mean, her ass was so nice and it stood up at attention like the post commander just walked past your ass. I was like, God damn, she could rent her ass out for storage. Yeah. You'd be looking at people and be like, you arguing? Like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Y'all arguing? Y'all fucking? I'll be doing something with an F and it ain't going to be fighting. See, what did Richard Pryor say? If she ain't going to sleep, you still got some fucking to do.
All right.
That's a fact. That's a fact, dude. That's a fact.
Sometimes, girl, and I'm going to tell you what's funny, especially with the mahogany thing. When girls try to, like, poke the bears, they say, or try to, antagonize you, usually that's when girls want you to just, they don't want sex. They just want to be fucked. Like, okay, there's a difference between making love, having sex, and fucking. Okay? This is making love, okay? I'm gonna teach y'all something. This is making love, just nice, just nice. Sweet, right? Alright. This is let me see if I can find the perfect example. Let me see. I got something for y'all. I got it. This is sex. Slide. This is fucking right here. Full force right in the head. Like shit like this. That's how she wants you to hit it. She wants them guts to be hit like Ray Lewis. He blew. That's how she wants you to hit it.
Oh, he hit the ground hard. Ooh.
She wants you to come in with the hammer and the axe. Boom. This is fucking. You dropping shit out your pockets. She's like, oh my god. You gotta throw dick like Stan Hansen throw a fucking clothesline, man. Oh, DDT. Woo.
And she'll get that every bit of 10 minutes, and she better come in that 10 minutes.
Oh, trust me, you stroking so much, you ain't. Oh, she coming, man. She, boom. Boom, gotta hit it like that. Boom, follow through. Now if you get one or more girls, if you get two or more girls, do like this. You gotta put them all to sleep. Or you gotta be real smooth with it. Hey, look at that smooth. Boy, that looked like the happiest nigga ever. I wonder how many of them women he took to his hotel room that night, boy. It's like how many push-ups Chuck Norris did? All of them. Wow. Shout out to this motherfucker, boy. You talk about growing up with a bad motherfucker. I mean, shit. God.
Megan good.
Megan, good.
Would you still hit that, even though she like 40 or 50 years old?
She's only a year older than me, so she's 41.
Yeah.
That's like...
Yeah, I remember when I saw her first, Cousin Skeeter, boy, I was having dreams about that chick, boy.
You know what I knew when Megan Good was fine? Was ease of a value. Remember, I'm only a year younger. Not even a year. I think our birthday's in like August, September. So, just a few months. So, you're literally close in age, and she was like, how old in ease value? I wasn't even into girls at that damn time like that. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty bitch. When she went to Cousin Skeeter, you were like, yo, ain't none of the bitches in my middle school look like
yeah. I was like, she was fine as hell. All the boys was like in the schoolyard, like, what y'all like? Man, Cousin Skeeter, man. He said, Cousin Skeeter chick, she fine as fuck, man.
Like,
she fine as hell.
How old was she in East Bayou? Shit. Like, goddamn, I thought she was young in East Bayou. Shit. I mean, shit. So I was like, Cousin Skeeter, oh my God. I was like, damn. That's why I could be like, you put me as Isaiah Bradley or somebody in the fucking, or like fucking new Marvel in the cinematic universe. And I'm standing next to fucking Tiana Purr. Man, you think I ain't gonna try my hand? Shit. Yeah, you let shit. But then again, DC got fucking Megan Good as one of the Shazam family. So, god damn, decisions. Sad, but I still hit Megan Good, man. That's like, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Shit, it ain't too much. Ain't too much I would. Like, she's 41, but that ain't your average 41. Fuck that. Gotta get credit where credit's due. Like, you know what? Pretty bitches and good pussy make a bad relationship like fucking last a lot longer than it should. I tell you that.
That's
fact. Yeah, right. No shit.
Pretty bitches with good pussy. Oh no, like I should have divorced this bitch 10 years ago. How the fuck we put 30, man? I hate this bitch. Then she come in there and she was like, it's time. She know this she gonna make it last another 3 years. God damn.
All the while, you wishing the earth will open up and swallow her ass up.
Like you wish you could take this bitch on a rocket ship to send her to the moon. But man, she come in there with that negligee. They be like, this fine, irritating motherfucker. And pussy grip you like the pussy just got his own suction cup. Oh God. So,
you talk about the pomade grip?
Oh man, god damn.
The pomade grip. You know, dude, he get kicked between the nuts, and he get that grip, put that grip on their foot.
And that's how you look when you see her. Damn.
try to pull out. You try before you get that nut off. You try
like this. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I've been over. I've been in relationships where I'm holding on like this. God damn.
That's funny as shit.
I'm holding on. God damn. Oh Lord, please don't let me go. That's all you think. God damn.
Think I'm eating this motherfucker making me laugh. Oh shit.
I mean, shit.
He said be hold on relationships. Like, hey boy.
Like, fuck that. Like, man, shit. It's really
in the nigga simp days, boy, nigga was trying to hold on to relationships like that. That's funny.
You like this when you walk through the door. You like, bitch, I swear to God, he slapped that fucking like it was like some shit off the fucking Boondocks. Pow! With that bitch, get out my car. God damn. I mean, shit. Don't let her have good head too, man. If she got good head, she doing tricks with your dick like this.
Broccoli.
I mean, she doing tricks with your shit like this. You in trouble, man. You in trouble.
What you trying to figure out? Where does she come from? Like Paul Mooney said, where'd she come from?
Like what?
Where'd you come from? Where you been at?
Like, ooh, you curse me with this. Curse us with this bitch. You too fine.
Did she came from the basement? Did she came from the sky? Did she came from the woods?
She too fine. God damn. It's like me and my homeboy when you see a bad bitch like Megan Good or Bria Miles, you gotta yell out like Shazam. You're like, God damn. I can both come out the motherfucker. Like, God damn. Like, God damn. Oh, we getting too much. It's almost 6. I gotta get at least about 2 hours of sleep. Thank you all for making this a class night, boy. Somebody,
bro.
Somebody time stamp that conversation between me and Mahogany because man, that's a class.
She gave you. You know what's funny? She gave you a donation. She was like, you still a misogynist. I'm like, you donated this man's money.
It's the same thing with like the girls be like, you such an asshole. We still go to your bed, right? Of course, nigga. You think I'm crazy?
Right.
Like,
right.
Man. Oh man. Any last words, fellas?
Nah, bro. Appreciate it, man. Hey, and you're doing a good job, bro. Keep it up, man. You know, and God bless you, bro. You know, keep you strong. God bless you, your body and your spirit. You know, I'm gonna keep on doing what you must.
Woo.
Yeah.
I need that.
Woo.
Woo.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know how it is trying to be black and start a business. People will try to shortchange you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you all for supporting. Thank you all, man. God damn.
Mr. Faulkner, I don't know if you like wrestling so much. It's an anime I call Ultimate Muscle. I don't know if you want to check that out.
Oh yeah, I watched that years ago. Where do you think? Where do you think Samoa Joe got the Muscle Buster from? Actually watched the cartoon, the anime, and he actually did it in a real match. Oh, Muscle Buster.
I gotta check it. I think it's still the team, right? I think it's still the team.
No. Oh man, I'm about to watch that fucking that Tekken fucking shit that's coming out this weekend. I think next week, either this week or
what's coming out?
Tekken. It's an anime of Tekken.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I'm gonna get ready for Castlevania.
Castlevania. Oh man, that dude that created Castlevania. I mean, what the hell? He was supposed to be making a Berserk. He supposed to be on that project because the dude died.
Oh yeah, they doing Castlevania. They doing the son of the two main protagonists.
Belmont.
Yeah,
One of the Belmonts.
They're doing the Sun now.
Oh hell yeah!
So hopefully season 3 or season 2, whichever this one is, part 3 coming out for Masters of the Universe, and hopefully they bring the Horde, and I hope the Horde is a motherfucker.
I hope Isaac is gone, man. Old and dog. Isaac was my favorite, man.
Are
Isaac
you gonna cover since brother Dr. T.S. Johnson covered it with I think it's Gigi or brother Green Gorilla?
Yeah.
Are you gonna cover the stream they did tonight? Pray.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cover that shit. I'm gonna give the I'm a nigatize it, Captain. See, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to get my Faulkner spin on it, and I'll be like, "Can you bullshit me? Are you bullshitting me?" And I'll be like, I already know what it was about, but I'm gonna be like, "You gonna bullshit me?"
So you gonna do it today or tomorrow? Well, it's today anyway. So
probably tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm gonna get that.
All right, I'll be up there in the pattern with you because I got a couple of notes when I was watching the video.
I'm gonna do that right now, watching RRR, and I'm gonna go back to watching that for a little bit. But because Gigi wants to look at this Thursday, and I got to give my critique, and I'm be like, "Yo, this some anti-British Indian nationalism shit, boy." Man, I tell you, man, there's some good action in this motherfucker, boy. Good action. So, till later on. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah, out.
Woo!
Let's end off not with Ric Flair, but for that All Might.
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you a